මුළි දුනියෙන් දිවෙහි රාජ්‍ය Ooredooge emphasis meduriko PayPal ge hitme miharu libodannuwan මුළි දුනියෙන් දිවෙහි රාජ්‍ය Ooredooge emphasis meduriko PayPal ge hitme miharu libodannuwan මුළි දුනියෙන් දිවෙහි රාජ්‍ය Ooredooge emphasis meduriko PayPal ge hitme miharu libodannuwan මුළි දුනියෙන් දිවෙහි රාජ්‍ය උරීදුගේ එම්ෆෑසා මෙදුරිකෝ පේපෑල්ගේ හිතුමේ මිහාරු ගොඩැන්නුවන් මුළි දුනියෙන් දිවෙහි රාජ්‍ය උරීදුගේ එම්ෆෑසා මෙදුරිකෝ පේපෑල්ගේ හිතුමේ මිහාරු ගොඩැන්නුවන් මුළි දුනියෙන් දිවෙහි රාජ්‍ය උරීදුගේ එම්ෆෑසා මෙදුරිකෝ පේපෑල්ගේ හිතුමේ මිහාරු ගොඩැන්නුවන්
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and we are back to Ooredoo Nation Gamers Land Esports Contender Series Season 3, and we are done. We are done with the qualifier stage, and we are now in the semifinals. So the three teams that finish top three in their particular group stages will be moving straight to the grand finals, but those who finished around maybe the page one, around page of the um rankings in their particular group stages, but didn't make it to the grand final just yet, are going to have their plays, are going to have their tonight. So it's just one day thing, and we will determine which among these teams finally have their last chance to move on to the grand finals. And of course, we're all really so excited. There are a lot of teams who will be participating tonight, so it's an all-out battle. And as of course we saw in the map schedule before, it's going to be basically the same thing. We're gonna have Rondo first, and then we're gonna have the same map schedule. We're gonna have 5 maps tonight, and that will determine which of the teams amongst these teams playing tonight will be moving on tomorrow and the next day to come, and then playing off in the grand finals, and then eventually qualifying for this contender series. And so this is all going to be fun, and hopefully we see your teams in the top places in the overall rankings tonight. But for the teams who managed to qualify already for the grand finals, well, we're also happy for them as well. And there we have it. Another rondo map, another single flight path, just like the past 3 days. I don't know why we are not getting double flight path rondo anymore, but we'll take it. And so here we have our 18 teams. So that's going to be the top four to top nine of each of the group stages: Group A, Group B, Group C. You're not going to be seeing the top one to top three. They're already for this situation, and now we're just going to determine which among these teams will be moving forward and playing off against the top teams from the group stages. But here we have 18 teams and 67 players, so there should be one team, I believe, who came in with just 3 players, but nonetheless, if they did it in the group stage, they're going to be fine in the semifinals. And so with that, we're going to be dropping off into the map, and as usual in rondo, you're gonna see a lot of early game engagements. You're gonna see a lot of regression in the first perhaps 15 minutes. There's a lot of, especially if the recall towers are still very much accessible. But here in Tanting, it looks like we'll have, I'm seeing 4 or 5 different teams. I can see 5 different colors if my eyes aren't deceiving me. And so there's a lot of things happening as of this moment. You can see Love is Fraternity. You got nothing going inside this building. See Iron, very low on health. There's some jump action coming about. There's stairs upstairs, and it might be a little bit messy. X7 might be losing a couple of players here and there, but as long as they are doing the 1-4-3 split, we should be fine. As long as one player's safely tucked into the vicinity of a recall tower, it should be fine. And you can see LF Lovins right here peeking right behind this wall, the tiled wall, and there's a couple things that are happening at this moment. So X7 is towards the western part of this location. 7X took a bit of damage back there, just tip damage, sidestepping. All right, we have 1 versus 1. 7X goes down, however. Minto just looking at this angle, manages to dodge a lot of those sprays. Grenade's gonna be cooking about. There's Akazaya nearby as well. X7. It looks like one player does need to get revived. NTR is also nearby. I think this should be NRS Zentrix, if I'm not mistaken. And Minto, okay, gonna be throwing in the grenade. Jana doesn't really take a bit of damage back there. Okay. Got Mahu, gets Thord from TRF as well. Cuckoo gets OPZ Icy and finishes them off as well. Oh, Jana walked right into that one, literally. Into a bit of damage, almost half health. Solely comes in, might be saving a teammate real quick, and Akazai is still zero eliminations. They're gonna be closing in and trying their luck. Okay, we're gonna be throwing a grenade, or was that a smokes? I didn't quite see. Okay, it was a smokes, or if he was hiding right behind this crate. X7 nearby. Manu right at the rooftops, and surprisingly in Danching it has gotten quiet, and you can see it's because LVN and X7, they've been reduced to just their single players. I'm not quite sure if these are their last players. I'm just gonna check the leaderboards real quick. It looks like it's not yet actually just the end yet. X7 Yami is the last person in this place in Danching, but I'm sure the rest of their teams are somewhere else safely. And we can see AK going around each of us seven. There's FTRs, nothing, but it looks like nothing is all alone as of this moment. OPZ right here. They spot NRS nearby. I'm just gonna scope it out. I'm just watching them scope it out. There's DO, there's double O also, and it looks like after that initial first 4 minutes of aggression, they don't want to really keep moving, or that is maybe they're not really getting much things happening as of this moment. So I guess there's no friction between the teams. There's no interactions. But NCR, I just saw some movement a while ago, something happening in the kill feed. But guess after that, not much happening. Still stage one of the circle. We're still gonna be closing in. It'll take a while. But okay, Ian does find nothing. Finishes them off. PR is so fine. I'm still seeing 18 teams, so the survivability is fine. Ezio is the designated anchor of their team, basically staying in the recall tower. That's their job, basically. That's their job at this situation. A lot of the players are just there to anchor the team into the rondo map. As long as one person is still alive, as long as one person has access to the recall tower, they can do whatever they want. And it looks like stage one circle should have like 3 minutes left to go, so they can do whatever they want for a minute or so. And then after that, a lot of teams for sure will have to keep moving and maybe find another recall tower to anchor on, especially if their usual recall tower is already inaccessible. But here, if we're looking at the leaderboards, it looks like in the initial aggression, initial first couple of eliminations here in Rondo, we have NTR coming up with 5 eliminations. And ooh, it looks like E2S7 Tibu finds unknown, however. There's Toby on another angle. Ash it should be right behind this formation. Oh, who's giving those damage? Where's that coming from? But Tibu manages to finish them off, gets the kill for themselves, and unknown's gonna be following up as well, but still doesn't look like they actually got completely wiped out. We still see 18 teams on the board. We got 64 players, but for sure we're gonna be seeing those 3 other players get revived really soon, if that's possible. If they still have a recall tower, it's all fine. They don't have to worry about that. And oh, I can see a bit of damage happening. NRS Toxic goes right into the ground. Tempo also going down. Senny coming up as well. NTR getting those eliminations for themselves. Itachi finds Tempo. That's 5 eliminations for Akazaya. Make that a 6. Is that a 6? Is that possible? Etio goes right into the ground. Unfortunately, I'm not seeing that confirming until now. Manu gets that elimination for themselves. Makes it 6. NTR gets dethroned from the number 1 spot by Akazaya. 6 eliminations. NTR just now, got 6 eliminations. CL7 has 5. Levin's NRS, VDT each have 3. The rest have 1 or 0. And this 88 minutes into the game. And so, looks like Mono's gonna be rotating up. TM7 CEO was still there, so I'm not sure why they are trying to get away. Maybe they have something in their comms. Something's happening. Wait, so takes a bit of damage. Heals in the middle of the field. Not sure why, but it's a good thing that they did get picked off in that situation. All right, Wade manages to heal up just in time. That was quite risky. Okay. I see, however, getting eaten up by the blue zone and double O wants needs to gatekeep them. That's exactly what's happening. They're hiding in the building, waiting for the strike. Okay, we got a couple of sprays on. Double O Esports has their car, has the moving vehicle. SC on their screens, and they're kind of just here in the blue zone, not minding the damage just yet. We got a 1-for-1 trade, however. Xai and 6-7 both go down, but they can still go ahead and revive. Kaneki, however, finish off Sai, so that's a 1 down on their side. On SC side, Wade's gonna be falling right up. That's Kaneki who's gonna be taking that knockdown for themselves. I think Cuckoo can just go ahead and turn around. Nope, it gets finished off by 6-7 instead. Aku fights Fnatic's Goku somewhere out there. It looks like there's a vehicle elimination. Would have been nice to see. So right now, our eyes are peeled on what since MV is up to. What just happened here? The grenade bounces off the car. Really low on health. Let's see if there's a splash damage. Okay, there we have it. Zion finally getting that damage to connect. Cuckoo's right on the ground. Zion should probably get out, heal up. I'm not sure, but Susu is also nearby, having that information. They hide right behind this crane, but Zion is finally getting finished off, and there we have it. Susu gets that revenge knockout for themselves, and that is it for SC. Looks like Lovins will be getting out of there first, and since MV, they can still loot this place out, but the stage 2 circle will close in, so they have to keep moving. They cannot stay in that thing any longer. Here Chippy, however, from NRS, all alone. I'm not sure where the rest of their team is. I know Toxic needs to heal up. I think they're all still in the blue zone. Exactly, there we go. The damage kind of gave it away, you know, the little chip damage that's is synchronized alongside Criminal, and Chippy is safely inside the building within the play zone or the yellow zone. Here we have OPZ settling in. Chippy was probably spotted a while back, and now he's abreast of OPZ. They're kind of just chilling out and waiting Chippy out, getting some information. But here we have Toxic. I think they're looking for a car in this situation. There we have it. We have a car, ladies and gentlemen. And where is Criminal? They have to get out of here. Okay, Criminal has their own vehicle. They're gonna be getting out of there. And still surprisingly 18 teams, but 63 players left remaining. Question is, will there be a chance for some of these teams to revive? Is it possible? Are there still recall towers that are accessible? Because we're 11 minutes into the game, so 15 minutes, that's probably not possible anymore in a couple of minutes. Okay, Debu goes down right into the ground. 7X is going to take that elimination for themselves, making this a 62 person map from this point onward if there are no more recall towers. Here, Lovins is nearby. Into a 7 clustering about. All 4 players, I believe, are already here. It looks like 3. Chippy does get spotted. Chippy is a bit in trouble. And then we have into actually taking Chippy down. So NRS should be a 2-man team from this point onward, if I'm not mistaken. OPZ's nearby, TM7. And we're just moving our locations. We're moving our positioning. Always a good idea to get different angles. Akazaya over here. X7 nearby. TM7 to the north as well. People are playing safe now, knowing that there's a chance that they might not get to the recall towers anymore. After this, I'm looking at 61 players left remaining, so I think there's no recall towers in this stage 3 circle. I'm not really seeing those revives anymore. But okay, Miyaru getting spotted by Orpheus. Oh, Messi gets taken down by Icy. I don't think it's in our screens, but it's right here. OPZ. Checking their crosshairs. There's a bit of movement from forward. Icy taking position, making sure that they don't get picked off by surprise. Another angle. Okay, X7 on the field. Trigger discipline, however, they don't have a clear shot. Maybe in the second floor. X10. We are watching out. I don't like the angle, however. But here we have, since MV, yes, they do have the car in hand, and there's a bunch of bullets flying. Wade, Wade needs to heal up. That dude has like 10 HP, and that's exactly what's happening as of this moment. Okay, they're just rotating and settling in. We are gonna see stage 4 of the circle, and it looks like a lot of teams are still gonna be in the yellow zone. Even some are still in the blue zone. There's one recall tower. I know, rather I can see 3 recall towers from this perspective, but they are all in the blue zone, and so might be hard to get to it. It doesn't seem that anyone's risking it. I can only see 61 players left remaining. And okay. Oh, Unknown's taking a lot of damage back there. It looks like Chubby finally puts an end to them. Orpheus finds nothing from FTR, and nothing is desperately needing help. They are losing health every single second. Abruzzi finds from a distance. That's Aka. No, that's not Akazaya. Akazaya is also nearby. There's also AK. Akuma, I believe, is also in this situation. Oh, Abruzzi took a lot of damage back there, going prone immediately. Healing up. This is what you should do when you get shot at. You don't stand there and heal immediately. You gotta go prone. You don't want to lose your life. Guys, go prone before go healing. But okay, here we have Cuckoo. Looks like they find several players from Zeron, and that is our first team elimination. Zeron goes out of this map with 0 eliminations, and so it's quite an unfortunate first map for these guys. But no matter, we got 4 maps left to go, and these guys, these 18 teams are like the best teams of their group stage, the first half of their stage. So yes, we are putting good teams up against each other. You can see Zentrix, who got like I believe got at least 1 chicken dinner in their group stage. They got picked off so early on. They have 6 eliminations. Single 7 has 6 eliminations, and they also got picked off so early on. And X7 might be in a bit of trouble, in a bit of pinch. Hizzy, if there's any sort of splash damage that will be caught up by grenade, and this guy, it's over for their team, and so they managed to get away. Cheapy's still alive, okay, hiding right behind this place. There's raids nearby. Oh no, you're giving away your location. Trying to get that astray elimination on their side, but it looks like, speaking of elimination, Vendetta is gonna be following up, going into the lobby. Criminals could be revived. In Force Esports, however, just 1 player, 8x scope. Oh my goodness! Hunter 99 got hunted through the grass. 8x scope, dangerously low on health. Oh my goodness, this is not a good look for Enforce right now. 7352 going prone into the ground. GMT nearby. Zenzo running around. There's a lot of smokes. It's hard to see in this situation. X8x scope finally seeing the lobby. 7352 might be following up after that. Aku is still nearby. Phoenix as well. We got 2 active players. SC since MV. Let's see what they got. Wait, it looks like they will be out for now. Zion goes right into the ground, goes in the red. Vince could, however, still revive. Oh, Vince is dangerously low on health. Come on, you guys can do it. You guys can still heal up. They're gonna be resetting really, really quickly. That might look like a safe area, however, it's right behind a shipping container between a car. But oh my goodness, Zaula and also Akazaya got a 1-for-1 trade. Grenade cooking up by Mahula to the nets. Oh, that's a 2-for-1 sale, ladies and gentlemen. NGB might be in trouble. trouble. Mahu is a menace. It takes two with one grenade, and GB is gonna be eliminated as well. We're looking at 10 teams left, 18 minutes into the game. It's going by really, really fast. Akazaya, Mahu closing in really, really fast. 11 eliminations already into Akazaya, and they're climbing steadily, but Lovings has 13. However, what is Lovings up to? They have so many eliminations and they still have a full squad. They have all four players standing. There's such a huge chance these guys are gonna get that chicken dinner. We got another elimination. SC is gonna be saying goodbye first. TMT is gonna be wiping them out. Nitro finds one. However, it's still 12 eliminations on Akazaya. Itachi gets taken out. However, X7, speaking of taken out, they got taken out, got wiped out from the map. We got 8 teams left, 21 players left remaining. Cuckoo goes right into the ground. Big Boss finds CEO from TM7. There's a Molotov action. Nito's gonna be finding those flames licking their feet. We got TM7 getting eliminated off just for that. We got the next circle. We got the stage 6 circle, and it's only Minto inside of that vicinity. Lovings, not only do they have the numbers advantage, not only are they ranked number 1 with 15 eliminations on this very first map, they also have the favor of the circle. We got another elimination coming about. 15. Lovins has 15 and counting. Look at all their players having different targets. They're racking up elimination after elimination, and you can see OPZ trying to make their entry over here. Some really nice grenade connections, but it's not enough. Oh, Fisherman, that's a really nice peek at. You definitely don't want to get caught up in this situation. And it's just absolutely crazy. And okay, we got Minto right onto the ground, just going prone. And we got Soli getting 6 to 7, finishing them off. Senso dangerously low on health. We got Criminal as well, going on from another angle. And should kind of be watching out. Okay, I can see a couple of players from OPZ in trouble, and it's actually Kaneki from DO who will be finishing them off. It looks like we have 3 teams, 2 teams left. 2 teams left, ladies and gentlemen. We got Lovings, 2 players on Lovings NRS. We got 1 last player standing, and now Soli and who's with Soli Minto are gonna be hunting this last person down. Where is it? Where is the last person from NRS? Where is this guy? Where is Criminal? Criminal is hugging the circle. Oh, gets caught up and Soli finishes the job. And ladies and gentlemen, LF Lovings will be taking our very first winner chicken dinner for tonight. Congratulations, LF Lovings. Not only do they have the most eliminations on this map, they also got the chicken dinner. And what a really nice map. They had like a numbers advantage throughout. And look at the damage done by Soli. They got 1,173 damage and 8 eliminations as well. 7X does have 5 eliminations. Minto has 4. ZZZ, they got 3. And decent amount of damage coming in from both of these players as well. We got the 600s. We got Minto with 494, but still almost shy, just shy of 500 or so. But yes, we got our team stats for LF Lovings. Congratulations once again to a job well done. This is what I'm talking about. This is the rondo that I'm talking about. You want those points, and in fact, LF Lovins has 30 points. But coming up second and third, Double O and Akazai each have 14 points, and RS has 11, DCM DMT has 9, OPZ has 8, E2S TM7 has 6, alongside E2S Seal7 with 6, and RS Zentric has 6 as well. Fnatic has 5, since AV has 4. And so Enforcers and Vendetta each have 3. Lovage Fraternity has 2, alongside NGB Esports. X7 has 1. Unfortunately, Akuma and Zeron will have 0, as we saw a while ago. Soli will have the MVP, and that's 8 eliminations and 1,173. I was betting on it. I don't think Soli would have been beaten in this situation, but since it's Rondo, I could have been wrong, but 1,000 plus damage generally in one game, it's already a lot. So yes, Soli wasn't contested after all. We got the 8 eliminations. And so with that, congratulations once again, not only to Lovings, but also to Soli for getting the MVP. We got a lot of damage done, but here we have today's matches. Love and Stakes, our very first map, and match 2 will be a wrangle, as we've seen since the past 3 days. It's gonna be a wrangle, and we're gonna have Miramar, and then we're gonna be shuffling up Erangel and Miramar once again. And of course, with that, there's no more recall towers in Erangel. It's just gonna be a classic game after this. The next 4 maps is gonna be classic. And so with that, ladies and gentlemen, let us witness as to what match 2 will bring us. But before that happens, of course, we will be taking a short break. So guys, do not go anywhere. We'll be seeing you soon in a few minutes.
මුළි දුනියෙන් දිවෙහි රාජ්‍ය උරීදුගේ එම්ෆෑසා මෙදුරිකෝ පේපෑල්ගේ හිතුමේ මිහාරු ගොඩැන්නවාන් මුළි දුනියෙන් දිවෙහි රාජ්‍ය උරීදුගේ එම්ෆෑසා මෙදුරිකෝ පේපෑල්ගේ හිතුමේ මිහාරු ගොඩැන්නවාන් මුළි දුනියෙන් දිවෙහි රාජ්‍ය උරීදුගේ එම්ෆෑසා මෙදුරිකෝ පේපෑල්ගේ හිතුමේ මිහාරු ලිපඩැන්නවන් මුළි දුනියෙන් දිවෙහි රාජ්‍ය උරීදුගේ එම්ෆෑසා මෙදුරිකෝ පේපෑල්ගේ හිතුමේ මිහාරු ලිපඩැන්නවන් මුළි දුනියෙන් දිවෙහි රාජ්‍ය උරීදුගේ එම්ෆෑසා මෙදුරිකෝ පේපෑල්ගේ හිතුමේ මිහාරු ලිපඩැන්නවන්
And we are back once again. This is Ooredoo Nation Gamers Land Esports Contender Series Season 3. We are still on the semifinals. We just saw map number 1 in Rondo. And of course, that is Lovings, who will be taking that winner chicken dinner with 30 points as well. What a great job from that first round. And of course, we're mostly seeing what the performances of the other teams are gonna look like from now on, because I'm seeing the behavior, how the teams behave, whether some of them are very very aggressive or some of them tend to pull back instead. But I'm liking this semifinals so far, because a lot of the teams, they're not definitely not going to be shying away, but there are some teams that prefer to keep themselves like survivability. But of course, we will be going straight into our Erangel map in a couple of seconds. This is their second chance, second out of 5 chances into our semifinals. There's only one day of chance to qualify for our grand finals in the next couple of days. And so with that, our flight path will be starting off with Vernie, and it's gonna end down below in Sosnovka military base, around the mountains, um cutting Novorepnoye and Sosnovka military base into two. And so with that, everyone's gonna be settling in. Looks like E2S7 might be going for Stalber, either that or Stalber or Kamishki. There could be Fraterni around shooting range as well. And then we got a huge cluster of teams going to, of course, the hot spots in the middle. We got the Boatyard, we got Ruins, Pachinki, School. They can go ahead and choose. Surprisingly, no one's going for Yasnaya. I don't know if Akuma might be going there. It looks like they're aiming for Stalber, however. No one in Yasnaya, which is surprising. It's usually such a favorite spot for the teams. But okay, we're gonna be respecting that. If they don't want to go to Yasnaya, I'm not gonna be forcing them. But okay, we got the circle closing in the main island, and so it seems that will be landing outside of the circle. They don't have to worry too much, especially the teams in the military base. This is a high risk, high reward sort of situation. They land in, they get the best guns, they get the best ammo, and then they rotate with their cars. Hopefully, they don't get picked off on the bridge on the way back, on the bridge, or either that or the boats that they get. But here we're looking at Rojok as of this moment TMT. Oh, we got a knife kill. Zalo. Zalo's getting violent. We got Nito with a pistol taking out Xenos. This is peak early game engagements. We got another knife kill. Nito getting Watashi, stabbing them 1, 2, 3, and that's it. And oh, Fnatic. Here we go. We got NGB, a massacre on our screens, and we already have one eliminated team. NGB, it's too early for this. It's barely 2 minutes into the game, and Fnatic already has a full squad wipeout. We got 4 eliminations on their side. Really good start. Really, really good start for Fnatic. But here, we are gonna look at Zeron. Zeron, yes, they do have the compound for themselves, and you can see they got not so fancy guns. They got pistols, they got the low grade SMGs, if you could call them that. And I'm not really sure about this, but this is the whatever the opposite of beauty is of the early game engagements. You don't have the best guns, but you have to work with what you have. And so with that, we're just gonna be shooting the place up with the tiny pistols that they have. Double O is also nearby. It's a good thing Zero and Black's guns are a little bit better, and some of them still have pistols. Not even the best armor yet. I don't think Kaneki has any helmet. And then we only got 1 throwable as well. No healing kits. That's what I'm most worried about. What I'm most worried about is the lack of healing kits. And so you can see they're gonna be moving out of that place and going for a better place to loot about, because they definitely don't want to lose another player. They already lost 6-7. Okay, we got Vendetta. Senny's finding solely from LV and from Lovins. It's just a knockdown for now, so I think they still have a chance to revive here. Lan goes down as well. Seni, however, gets found out by 7X, and Seni gets finished off as well. So we have two players needing to revive. Eleven's gonna get to that in a second. We got the rest of Vendetta, however, still hovering about. And now I can see Tonob, however. Tunub's just right there. Creeping up. Binto should probably back away. Okay, we got the grenade. Oh, but right behind him. Tunub should have looked right behind them. Looks like double. Oh, no, rather, it's Loving. So we'll be getting the last laugh in this situation. Unfortunately, Vendetta will be having an early game bow from this second map. We got 3 chances left to go, and you better hope that you have the chance to catch up in the next 3 maps. Lovins already has 30 points, and from our experience, from our previous experience from the group stages, usually when you have 60 points, you're already set on the top 3 anyway. So Lovins is already halfway there with just 1 map. So they could maybe slow down just a bit in the next 4 maps just to conserve their energy whatsoever. Maybe take a breather, kind of feel the way into the game, try to see how the rest of these teams play about, see their aggression levels, see their strategies, try to draw it out, or maybe try some new strategies if they want to turn this into scrims, sort of situation, just so they know that 30 points is pretty comfortable already, and they have Lovins already has 3 eliminations on their side. Here Akazaya, they choose to get Pachinki, but it doesn't seem to be contested. There's no other team here nearby, and Pachinki has some pretty nice loot. You can see Mahu with the full armor already. We got 2 grenades in hand. Toxic, however, 2 grenades, yes, but not the best armor just yet. They got some pretty good guns, a pretty nice amount of ammo as well. But Toxic's all alone. I don't know where the rest of their team is. There's CRF nearby, however. Wonder what they're up to. They're just quietly staying in what I presume is Novorepnoye. I'm gonna guess from the mini map. This is probably Novorepnoye. And okay, it's quiet in the game, so I will be quiet as well. Toxic is just watching out for NTR, gathering information. There's a possibility that Toxic might feed information to the rest of their team, and then they might rotate into the area, take this fight. Maybe not, maybe yes, maybe no. Milta, however, we got Since MV. They have control over this area, but they are not within the play zone just yet. They're still in the yellow zone, so they'll have to keep moving really, really soon. So since MV, don't think there will be any other team will be passing by this way. I can see the coast. Milta's at the coast, so for sure they're not going to be gatekeeping anyone. They should probably keep moving, change positions, and try to get out of this area after they finish looting the place up. It looks like they have pretty decent stuff. No, never mind. They don't have decent stuff. Zion's inventory is still, could use some improvement. So Milta, yes, could have pretty good guns, and it looks like I can just see from the mini map as of this moment. I can see from the mini map there's the rest of NRS towards the western part. Orpheus, however, finds X7. Okay, we got Hazy gets finished off by Orpheus. Now, question is, where is the rest of X7? Might have just been a stray Hazy walking around out in the open. I can see the rest of them. Okay, I can see actually Maishan. Just Maishan, however. Oh, someone's taking damage. Yami is taking damage from a distance. Akazaya, you already know these guys. These guys chase trouble. They chase those aggressions, and now they smell blood and they want to take it for themselves. Where is X7? They're gonna be scouting the place out, trying to see if they can get any sort of elimination from the situation, but X7 has probably disengaged, and Akazaya is just looking around, trying to see if they can find any sort of movement, but it doesn't seem to be the case. That they'll be rotating out of the area. X7 managed to get away, especially after they lost Easy already. Oh, Criminal takes a bit of damage from there. They're already in the blue zone. Still, stage 2, you can see the damage isn't so painful yet, but still, TM7 putting pressure on Criminal and the rest of NRS. It's definitely something that you need to drive away from Criminals. Basically, Mad Maxing this situation, and TM7's giving the chase. Question is, where are they going to go? Oh my goodness, Criminal disembarks from the car. I don't think this is a good idea. Aim, God, that is a lot of damage. Criminal goes right into the ground, gets finished off as well, and you can see Toxic is minding their own business here. Oh my goodness. Okay, Maishan. Oh my goodness. It's Man who will be taking that headshot for themselves. Maishan goes right into the ground. And Maishan gets finished off as well. Bisbury and Yami still up. Okay, Bisbury is just going to be rotating in. Yami's nearby. 800 meters away from the play zone, so they'll be prioritizing giving the rotations in. And now that they're just a duo, they have to play a little bit more safe, especially since if you look at the leaderboard, most of their teams are still a full man squad. They have their full roster still in the game. We got another team. They're gonna be running into someone in Gatka. Oh, NRS, they do find TM7's Nitro. Okay, they just knock down CEO, gets finished off, however. Oh, Nitro also gets finished off. TM7 might be in trouble, actually. Where is a TM7? Oh, Akuma is also in trouble. We got DO finding them out. There's 2 left inside of Akuma. TM7, we're seeing them right there. Aim God does need help. Oh, Aim God says goodbye. Reiji, however, where is Reiji? Reggie's they got 2 healing kits, 35 bandages. They're still set for life here. As long as they keep healing up, they can probably survive a couple of minutes more. But Toxic does find 1. Reggie bounces that grenade. Last person, by the way, last person standing in this situation is still trying to get some sort of elimination from the side, but no, lose it is just right up, and that is almost so close. They got 2 versus 1. Eventually, it's gonna be a oh no, this is gonna be a pincher attack, 2 different angles, and where can you go in this situation? Raiji falls right into the ground, and that is it for this guy, unfortunately. And that is it. Zeron still out here. We got the circle. We got maybe stage 3 of the circle. I believe maybe this might be stage 2. I might be tripping, but here there's a huge cluster nearby Pachinki, near the river. Is this called a river? I think this is mostly like already part of the sea, but yeah, near the water there's a huge clustering of people. Zeron, and they take control over this red compound, and now people are just chilling. Zeron is near. Lovin's Akuma keeping quiet. To another team, E2S7. We know E2S7. We know how they work. They like keeping their heads down, and they don't wanna give away. What is happening? I see E2S7 is actually finished off. So who was that? Maybe that was. Wait a minute. TM7. Where is TM7? I think TM7 is E2S7, and CL7 is the real E2S. You know what? We'll just see later on, but this is E2S7. They're definitely alive and kicking. I think it's TM7 that got wiped out, but okay, nonetheless. Fanatic is still here. We got enforcers nearby. And the question is now, are they gonna be giving their engagement over here? Aku's nearby. We got Big Boss in their car. And they're going in a cute little line in this situation. And okay, they're going prone into the ground. Not really prone, they're just watching out on their crosshairs. Maybe they have information, they're just checking if someone's gonna be peeking out. But Fnatic already did a really great job with the 5 eliminations on their team. Just checking leaderboards. It looks like 5 is actually the highest number of eliminations in this moment of time. But here, the next circle, closing in between Pochinki and the farm. Oh, I can see a lot of action here. Manu does find OPZ's wide. Looks like Manu might be giving the chase, however. Oh, from another angle, it's Itachi that's getting taken down by X10. Itachi gets finished off as well. Oh my goodness, Orpheus is going to be climbing up to the second floor, jumping in, sees some information. They have Manu, however, finds Icy and White, and Hisham is going to be going out. And that is it. LPX10 commits their own demise with the Molotov. At least they're denying their point from Akazai in that situation. 5 eliminations on Akazaya's side. We've got 14 teams left to go. 14 minutes into the game. We got 47 players. Might be 46 if Yami manages to finish the job later on. Silent finally taken down. So we're looking at 46 players. Brugy, they got a grenade in hand. We got a bunch of grenades flying about. FTR, they're still 0 eliminations, so they're gonna work extra hard in this situation. Yummy gets taken out by grenade, gets knocked down, however. Oh, a Brucey. Okay, let's see if that connects. I'm not seeing anything. Zeno finds Yami, however, with a gun. Bisbury coming up right next. And it looks like Love is returning. Yes, they are trying to take down Ian as well. That is an explosion, but just a bit of a splash damage that happened here. Okay, let's see if it bounces all the way to Ian. Oh, Ian manages to get away just in time, but into the fire, the crossfire of Chubby. Okay, we'll be going into the shed. Nice shot from Chubby back there, and it looks like we got a full elimination. What just happened back there? Chubby gets taken down. Ian and they're roommates, and they were roommates, ladies and gentlemen. They're just sitting there, both needing the revive. What in the world is happening in this situation? But okay. Chubby, I don't know if they can be saved. That the rest of the team is actually kind of preoccupied with the second floor of this building. Abruzzi needs help as well. Okay, you probably should look that way. Okay, nothing. I see you. Toby gets finished off. There's 2 down, and now it's just Solid. If Solid gets taken out, this is the end for E2S7. Nothing, and Rays are still active. Now, Solid is not disengaging. Solid is definitely not backing away from this fight. They don't care if the last person standing. They're not going for placement points. They're going for elimination points. And FTR, they're not doing too hot either. They have like 2 down players. They can still be revived. They have a lot of time. Oh, Ian gets taken out. Rays is going to be taking that for themselves. That was like a long time ago. That knockout was a long time ago. I guess it just finished off just now. But here, Solid, yes. Last person, he got a deal with the rest of FTR. So many players and just 1 player. And there's also Akuma in this northern part. Possible third party that could be happening if they're not careful. But nothing? They should probably storm in, and it looks like that's exactly what's happening. Abruzzi takes 1 entrance. Oh, nice grenade throw from Chubby, and that is it for E2SM. We are seeing their elimination. Seal 7 will be saying goodbye. Okay, we got Lucid finding 1 as well. Now Love is returning. He's just going to be looting the place up, and Akuma doesn't look like they'll be making their move. They're choosing not to go violent just yet, but okay, we have our next circle. It's gonna be in the outskirts of Pachinki. There's a lot of open fields, and looks like Bisbury is the only one that's truly like really far away. The rest of them is like maybe like a 5-minute walk if they walk really slow, and there's not too much to worry about yet. But okay, we got a Bruzy. Does find a Zai. Bruzy right on the open, however. It's a good thing that they didn't get taken out. They only got half health chipped out from all those sprays. That was really nerve-wracking. It's a good thing that they're still alive. That could have ended really badly. But okay, Zion taking the second floor. Oh, Vinte, however, finds that, but it's Wade's Molotov that will be taking out Abruzzi. And Abruzzi does need help and is dangerously low on health. I think that Molotov is still burning, and Vinte taking out Abruzzi with the grenade, and that's it. That's 1 down on their side. Now, since MV, yes, Asai is dangerously low on health, Vinte take a bit of damage. Where is that coming from? Where is everything coming from, because there's so many teams coming about. There's a lot of things to worry about. China finds nothing from FTR, finishes them off as well. Fraternity might be in trouble. We got Science still holding on to their positions. They got a friend nearby as well. Now, oh, Rays manages to land some shots against Zion, but not to worry too much. We're just gonna chill out. And they're definitely not chill here in this compound. There's what, three different teams, including NTR's Jana, who's like soloing this place. I don't know why this guy's soloing. I think they're all alone. As I can see, NTR just have just one player left, and that should be Jana. And they're sharing a room with Chubby. Okay, I respect that. And okay, we got Akazaya. Yes, we got three people still standing. Itachi got picked off earlier on. We actually witnessed that. The here Pachinki in the outskirts. We got Akazaya closing in. Got Elman also nearby. Bisbury back at it again. It gets caught up by the sprays from Manu, and that's it for X7. That's actually it for X7. That was all it took. Mahu does need help. So Mahu is quite nearby, and Toxic is actually near Mahu, so they have to be extra careful. Lugpins is also trying to get their slice of the cake. We got Orpheus still active, Manu as well. Oh, Orpheus, a lot of damage back there. Okay, ouch! We got Alwa, nice shot coming in from them, and Orpheus gets finished off with a nice grenade to the face. That's 2 for 1 in this sale. NRS Toxic, we got Manu. Really nice landing of those bullets up against NRS, but Manu also has been targeted by Elon on the crosshairs. Unfortunately, Elon couldn't quite land those bullets, couldn't quite get those bullets to connect. Okay, we're 20 minutes into the. We still have 11 teams, so we have a lot of time. We got stage 5 circle. We're closing in. I think we're almost at stage 6 in like maybe a minute or so. Okay, we got half a minute before we see stage 6, and so with that, LVN just gonna rotate in early. Jana finally gets picked off. That just means NTR has been eliminated. We're making 10 teams as of this moment. Lovin's still here. Oh, I like this mini map. Look at how many colors there are. It's like a kindergartner melted all their crayons together. There's a lot of things happening, but okay, we got Rays. They have sights on another team. They have sights on SC. And ooh, there's a lot of things happening on the kill feed. Couple of trades here and there. Lovins is in trouble. There's 2 reds on the side, but we have 1 elimination. 1, 2, 3, 7 teams left. You just blink and everyone's gone, and you can see that the stage 6 circle is already forming about. And so if it's not the engagements that's gonna get you, it's gonna be the circle. In a minute or so, we're gonna be restricting the play zone. NRS lose, it gets taken up by the play zone instead. And so we got about 3/4 of a minute left to go. And everyone's just calming down. They're resetting really, really quickly. And NRS up there. All1, just find one. FTR down to 2 players. That's Chubby and Rays. And there's SC in their vicinity. Fnatic as well. Oh, Phoenix gets taken up by Elon. Fnatic still full squad. They have a really nice big building right in that situation, but they are in the yellow zone. They don't want to risk going to the play zone yet because it looks like an open field, so it might be hard. So those with cars, they should probably make early rotations. That's exactly what Fraternity is doing. And Force, meanwhile, gets picked out. And got 16 left. Al1 does get taken out by the play zone. Alright, some good shots coming in. And NRX gets wiped out as well. It's Fnatic who will be taking those engagements. But Raze, what is that? 1 HP. They managed to heal up. Oh no, the blue zone. Okay, you gotta move, dude. You gotta move. Oh my goodness, that was so stressful. Jeez, play zone is so brutal here. Look at that, it's an open field. Nobody wants to go there. It's too risky. And we got three teams left. We have Double O, Fnatic, and FTR. And Raze is all alone. Suzu's in their sights. However, that's bullet's gonna be connecting just a little bit, but not enough. It's definitely not enough. The play zone's gonna be taking SC out. Once again, three teams left. Suzu, really bad angle. Oh, Suzu takes a lot of damage. It's gonna be Goku actually, but Kaneki, nice grenade throw. Finally finished them off. Now we are down to two teams. It's duo actually. It's two versus two. Fnatic, open field. We got Dio a little bit more spread out than Fnatic. Goku and Big Boss. I can see they have a car, but Kuku and Kaneki they have the trees. And so it's a standoff. Stage 7. But you can see from the mini map, it's actually Fnatic who's still well within the play zone. TO needs to move. They have the pressure on their side. They have to move, and that just gives a risk into Fnatic getting them. But okay, Kaneki does have a car. Oh, you gotta get out. That's a lot of damage, dude. That's a lot of damage, and they're making their rotations. It's very, very crucial that Kaneki does not take any damage right now. Kuku's still in the game, making a distraction. Oh, Goku gets caught up. Kaneki does find Goku, however, so that's gonna be a 1 versus 2 now. Dio, despite having the location advantage, still they managed to take the numbers for their side. Okay, we got a grenade throwing about. Let's see if we can finish Big Boss out. No splash damage, not even a little. Okay, we got a lot of grenades to use. Okay, we got 1, 2. Let's see if it's a splash damage, and that's it. Ladies and gentlemen, Big Boss gets taken out, and Double O Esports will be taking the second winner chicken dinner for tonight. In fact, this is the very first Erangel, and Double O Esports, congratulations once again. Great execution on that last couple of seconds in the game. That's crazy work, actually. That is crazy work. As you saw, told you Fnatic had a really good spot within the play zone, but still DO they used their car, made a little bit of a distraction, and finally pulled this really nice clutch off despite not having their placement into the play zone. But here we got Kuku, they got the two eliminations, and Kaneki has four. Kaneki especially really nice executions and really nice illuminations on their side. Congratulations once again to Double O Esports. This is their team stats. They should have 16 points from this particular map. Coming up second is Fnatic with 13. Number 3 is Lovings with 12. By the way, 9 eliminations. Shout out to these guys. And NRS at number 4 with 10 eliminations and 12 total points as well. Lovings Fraternity has 10. Since MV Esports has 7, Akazaya has 6, and Force Esports has 4, X7 has 4, Zeron has 2, Zentrix, DMT, OPZ Esports, and TM7 each have 1. Akuma, E2 has 7, Vendetta, and NGB unfortunately got 0 points for this map. And so, guys, this was the second chance. They have 3 more chances left to go, and so they have to get this right. All right, we got the 5 eliminations and 911 damage for our MVP, which is NRS Lucid. And so it's decent. It's almost 1,000 damage, by the way, but didn't translate to the eliminations. So I guess there are a lot of knockouts, but not too much eliminations, not too much follow throughs to that, and that's okay. Assist 1 and headshots 1 as well. And so with that, that is our MVP. We should be seeing overall rankings finally. So Lovins has 42. They did a really good job in the first 2 maps. Very, very consistent. So Double O Esports coming up second with 30 points. And really good job. Coming in third, NRS 23. Akazaya is at number 4 with 20. Fnatic 18. Lovins Fraternity has 12. Since MB has 11. DMT has 10. OPZ has 9. And then we have a really nice overall rankings. 2 maps into the day into the semifinals. This is their last chance to qualify for the grand finals. And that is it. We got Lovings and Do getting the winner chicken dinner. The first two, in fact, winner chicken dinners for tonight. Next match will be Miramar. And then after that, we'll have Erangel and Miramar once again. We got three more chances. Three more chances to qualify for the grand finals. And these 18 teams have to work extra hard in order to step into the grand finals. And that is it, ladies and gentlemen. That was match number 2 for our semifinals for the PUBG Esports Contender Series. We'll be moving on to match number 3 in Miramar, but before that happens, we will take a short break. So guys, do not go anywhere. We'll be seeing you soon in a few minutes.
මුළි දුනියෙන් දිවෙහි රාජ්‍ය. උරීදුගේ එම්ෆෑසා මෙදුරිකෝ පේපෑල්ගේ හිතුමේ මිහාරුදු පොඩැන්නවාන්. මුළි දුනියෙන් දිවෙහි රාජ්‍ය. උරීදුගේ එම්ෆෑසා මෙදුරිකෝ පේපෑල්ගේ හිතුමේ මිහාරුදු පොඩැන්නවාන්. ದುನಿಯೆಂಗ್ ದಿವೆಹಿ ರಾಜ್ಯ ಉರಿದುಗೆ ಎಂಫಾಸ ಮೆದುರಿಕೊ ಪೇಪಾಲ್ಗೆ ಹಿದ್ಮೆ ಮಿಹಾರುಗೆ ಬೊಡೆನ್ನವಾನ್
Okay, let's try that again. I think we are here. Ooredoo Nation's Contender Series Season 3. And we are going to be going ahead and going to our match number 3, which is our very first Miramar map for tonight. And I think we will be very excited for that. This is the midway of the semifinals already. So I think we're like I mean, we have like maybe a good idea as to who pretty much has this set onto their journey to the grand finals. I mean, I think Lovins, yeah, they're comfortably sitting there at 42 points. And so they probably have like, they're probably like within the qualifying ranks already. So I'm just going to say maybe it's fine for them. Maybe rank number 2 to rank number 3 have a really good chance as well, as long as things do not go bad. And for the rest of the teams, maybe I'm going to say from top 5 below, there's a chance things can still go wrong. So those 4 teams, you have to work extra hard in order to qualify. So please, to those teams, please, let's do well. It looks like we do have 71 players right now. So we have a lot of players as of this moment. And we got 18 teams in. And so I'm glad to see everyone joining in into the game. And a lot of teams finally have maybe more or less like full squads already. So this is what I'm waiting for, guys. This is what I'm waiting for. Use your full power. And we're going to go to Miramar all hot and ready to go get that engagement, and it does get all those elimination points and get those placement points later on. And so with that, what is that circle? Oh my goodness. It was going so well, guys. It was going so well. I was like, oh, the teams all have like more or less like complete players. Oh, the flight path is really nice. There's a lot of like hot spots in this flight path. And then that circle happens. That's like what? 30-40% water? Oh my goodness. It's going to be hard for the teams, especially since they're so limited in terms of surface area. Not really surface area, like area in which they can go ahead and settle in on the stage 1 circle. But yes, we got about 2 minutes left to go before the stage 1 circle closes in. So everyone should quickly get their stuff, quickly get their resources. And I'm seeing Enforce completely naked. Not even joking. Okay, we got the basic armors in, and there's X7 nearby. They have to keep their eyes peeled to get a gun as fast as possible. This is not gonna be good. Yami's already finding one. Sees Aku, and Aku's already like a third of their health left. Yami, however, no healing kits. They have to be very, very careful. They cannot heal. They cannot bounce back from this situation. I think Aku can't either. Oh my goodness. We're just peeking out. Peeking out some numbers. Oh my goodness, that's it. Aku goes right into the ground, and that is it for Aku. That is our very first casualty for our Miramar map, and I think there will be more soon. Phoenix, what is this loadout? This guy looks like he already died and come back to life. Look at 194 ammo. What is this insanity? And their guns aren't bad as well. So, okay. Aku's already gone. Phoenix could march in, but take note that there's no grenades. This guy doesn't have grenades, only helmet. He got five bandages. They have really good loadouts, but I mean, not loadouts. They have really good guns. They have a lot of ammo, but if things go wrong, it's gonna be really hard to bounce back from this. Bisbury is outside of where X7 it has landed in. Looks like the majority of X7 actually landed within a warehouse in the same area, but Bisbury is probably scouting outside, which is a good idea. They don't want to put all your eggs in one basket, and that's exactly what's happening as of this moment. Looks like Enforce is actually trying to make their entry, and Yami gets taken out. Phoenix, what a great reaction time, gets that opportunity and gets that knockdown as well, but Phoenix will have to keep moving, try to confirm this kill just to make sure Yami doesn't come out from the dead. But here, Baishan does find it for 7352. However, 7352 needs help, and Bisbury could probably revive this player over here, Yami. Okay, we're just sidestepping real quick. They can hear the audio cues, so X7 is a little bit nervous from this part. 2 versus 1. What is happening over here? There's a perfectly good window back there, but okay, we got one more casualty. Phoenix goes down. 7352 needs help. 8x scope. They could still help 7352. Okay. They have to be very, very careful in crossing this place. They don't get picked off. Good. Safely make it. Oh my goodness. This 8x scope, this 82 ammo is not going to be looking very good. We got no helmet either. Literally one healing kit. And X7, they still have the numbers advantage. Easy and Yami are nearby, and you can see Bisbury taking their positions once again, trying to flank this place out, trying to get another angle in. And unfortunately for Enforced Esports, they're confined to stay in this place because it's way too risky to try to step out, especially with X7 having a general idea as to where Enforce is probably. You can see Heezy, they're just peeking through the window using their camera to their advantage. 2 versus 3, not looking too good for the side of Enforce. Even if they win this situation, it's still gonna be hard since the rest of the 18 teams left outside of this graveyard, they're still a full man squad, so it might be harder in this situation. But okay, we're taking our time here. They're all just chilling. I'm not seeing any other engagements after this, but stage 1 circle, we got 2 minutes left to go. So there's several teams that are outside of this place, especially those that landed towards the western part of the map and a little bit too far off north. But here we have our next circle coming in. There's a lot of Los Leones that's still accessible, and I believe Impala is already quite safe to stay in. TM7 is safely nestled in that area. They can pretty much stay there maybe for like until stage 4, stage 5 comfortably, because it's very much in the center. Pretty confident that that place won't get excluded too much. But yes, everyone's making their rotations. NTR in particular, it's a little bit far off. FTR as well, they're going through Valle de Mar instead of going straight through Lovins, who's basically gatekeeping Monte Nuevo as of this moment. E2S7's all the way in La Cabrera, but still, once again, still stage 1 of the circle. We don't have to worry too much about the chip damage, about the blue zone damage. You can see nothing, basically just chilling about. They have all the time in the world. They can probably last here maybe 3 minutes comfortably, so they don't have to worry too much about their health. But here, NRS as usual, they're doing a split push. You can see Al1 and Toxic, they're actually in this area here in the graveyard. Still well within the play zone, so they can stay here comfortably for like a moment or so. They're scanning the place out. They probably heard like audio cues from X7 a while ago and Enforce, but they're just checking the place out. They're not gonna find anything from this angle. It's just way too far. After that, I think we should see stage two really quickly. Impala's still safe. They're still well within the play zone. Okay, the new yellow zone, however, is going to be shown here. A lot of the circle is going to be excluded, but still Los Leones mostly inside of the circle. La Bendita is very much in the middle. Impalo, however, has moved on to the side, so it might be excluded later on. But okay, we're seeing something happening here. It looks like X7 and Enforce are back at it again, and it looks like Enforce has been completely wiped out. Once X7 has made their move, they've stormed the place out, they stormed their hiding place, and they take the full four eliminations for themselves. X7 still has three players in their roster, and so they can still chill out. They can still play this game comfortably. And all right, we got 17 teams left, and we got 9 minutes left to go. 66 players. We can just chill out, and NRS is gonna be joining in the fray, trying to third party. I think it's gonna be two people, so it's just gonna be Toxic and Alwan, but they can probably pull this off since X7 does have only three people in this roster as of this moment. But let's see what NRS's plan is as of this moment. Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to get some information. We're here in Impala. We got Zeron and getting the high ground. I think they can climb this mountain with the cars. I think the cars can handle it, or maybe not. They're not gonna be going for the high ground as of this moment. They're just gonna be scouting the place out. I think it might not be favored after all for the stage 5 circle. Maybe up to stage 3 or stage 4 instead, unfortunately. But okay, we got the play zone. It's going to be restricting in less than a minute. A lot of teams have to keep moving. Stage 2 circles, it's going to hurt a little bit more, but stage 3 definitely. You don't want to get caught up there, especially if you don't have a lot of resources. And as I can see as of this moment, at least Zeron, their resources are, it's okay for the mid game. They got like 3 healing kicks, 5 bandages, they got full armor, they got 3 grenades. It's all good. They can take more as the game goes on. Okay, there's another team that's Akazaya from a distance, but Akazaya hasn't ran into anyone. We would know if Akazaya ran into anyone because they're very, very aggressive. If they see a potential like elimination, they'll take it for themselves. They'll chase you if they have to. But here in Minas, we're gonna see NRS. They're gonna be rotating the area, trying to basically catch X7 off guard, or trying to see if they can get like some sort of elimination point on this situation. Here NGB Esports, a little bit in the blue zone. They can get out of this area really, really quickly. We don't have to worry about them too much. E2S7, Vedetta, they're nearby. Let's see if they'll disembark the cars and try to take this fight for themselves. It looks like they'll be mostly try to position themselves instead. And there's X7 also nearby. And you saw a while ago, NRS was also there. Okay, NGP, I don't know what they're up to. I think they're just losing the place up. They're 700 meters away from the play zone. E2S7, NRS nearby. Oh, there's a lot of people here now. X7 was here first, and now everyone else is gonna be settling in this area in Minas Generales. La Bendita. This is smack in the middle of the play zone. We got a half a minute left to go before we see where the stage 6 circle is gonna end up. We're 12 minutes into the game. We still have 17 teams, so it's gonna be really, really bloody if things keep like keep staying like this. There's a lot of tension, but no eliminations to answer for that. But here, yes, Minas Generales, as we saw a while ago, Vendetta's here. There's also Akuma Trying to lay low. Okay, we're finally breaking the silence. Elon does find one. It's gonna be Jana. And Jana gets finished off as well. Soli is gonna be coming up next. That is a nice shot coming in from AMX. And we got Molotov action. AMX is gonna be going down, gets finished off. Reed gets found out by A11. And we got Reed gets taken out as well. I think that's not R1, that's actually A11. I'm not quite sure about the what I'm reading over here. But yes, a couple of things happening in the kill feed. As of this moment, Thorn might be in trouble, the last person standing, but this guy is still fearlessly walking right into the fire. But there we have it. NTR will be taken out. We got 16 teams left. We have grenades thrown out here or there. We got two more players left to go. And Vendetta, they might be in trouble here. Akuma's still a full man squad. They have grenades cooking. And Seni, let's see if they can get some splash damage to happen in this situation. But okay, it's gonna be the bullets instead. It's gonna be taking out Vendetta. And AK Unknown might be in trouble. They got two noobs, grenade hitting them out. There's two down on their side. Ash is trying to storm in, trying to see if they can at least get rid of this situation. But no, nice grenade throw. We got 2 for 1 deal out of that grenade. Tunub, nice shot, nice throw, but still they're in trouble. They're getting surrounded by AK. There's two players from AK, as I can see from here, trying to get the, I believe should be the last person of Vendetta, which is Tunub. And that Molotov is just putting a lot of pressure on Tunub. There's not a lot of places to move about. Okay, NRS joining in, trying to throw in some grenades and steal this kill from Akuma. Okay, there's a bunch of grenades coming about, and finally one really nice throw from Toxic, and that kill is stolen. Tunub goes down. NRS swoops in, takes charge, takes this compound, and Akuma this is fine. Alwan goes right into the ground. Ash takes them by the surprise. Lucid's also nearby, but Ash is dangerous to no one. Help 2 versus 1, but in the end, NRS does the pincher attack, and we have Ash goes down. NRS takes those kills for themselves, wipes out Akuma completely. Third party done and dusted. We got 14 teams left. And we got Los Leones. DMT's nearby. And after that skirmish, we're chilling about. We're gonna be chilling about. We got 14 teams now. We got like 52 players. We're still 15 minutes in, but we're almost gonna see the stage 4 circle. We got half a minute left to go, and everyone's settling in, and they're all just chilling. Hunter up in the elevation, scouting the place out. Since MV also here, there's Fnatic nearby. They're looking for any sort of movement. We got the 8x scope, which is really good. Okay. It's really shaky, however. I don't know how pro players do this, honestly. It's a wonder. They have such but okay. Got 14 teams. Still not much happening. And if I'm just gonna look at the leaderboards really quickly, the most amount of elimination points is actually just 4. NRS full man squad wipeout. We got X7 full man squad wipeout as well. 11 has 3. So it's kind of a wonder, you know. It's quite a slow game. Well, we're gonna be weeding out. And it looks like Goku does have found Bisbury from X7. X7 might be in trouble. They got 2 people left, but Fnatic also loses 1 player. Okay, we got a knockdown on their side. Akazai does find a couple of sprays on Lucid. Lucid's a third of their health left. They have to get out of this place, and now they're just healing up in their car, using the car as defense just a little bit. NRS licking their wounds. They get Criminal and Lucid still active. Toxic could still be saved as of this moment, so everyone's just resetting real quick. E2S7, however, I don't know if Tibu and Solid got picked off. I think they're still alive, but they just disconnected, if I can see so from the leaderboards. It's just one player that got picked off. Okay, Jelly managed to step away from a couple of bullets from this situation. Oh, okay. Jelly disembarks from the car, hides behind this boulder, and Ian actually looked away from the window really really quickly, and so that just gave Jelly the opportunity to hide right behind the car. I believe what's happening as of this moment, we have half a minute left to go before stage 5 of the circle. I think we can wait for the next stage of the circle, and that's just gonna force people to move. And speaking of forcing to move, Lovins is moving in. Jelly goes right into the open. That's not a good idea, but still, Ian couldn't quite finish the job. Zeron is still alive. Zero Jelly is still alive. Okay, we got the stage 4 circle closing in. We got 5 seconds left to go, and after that, we should be able to see the stage 5 circle. Okay, we got that, and now they have a minute and a half left to go. Black takes a lot of damage, got taken down. Nice shot coming in from Maito. Messi still nearby, however. Okay, we got trades in. 7x takes a lot of damage. Messi dangerously low on health and all alone as well. Messi gets taken now. Triad should be the last active player on a Zeron, and I don't know if Jelly could be saved in this situation. They're just way out into the open. There's a couple of eliminations here and there off camera. Actually, there's several engagements happening at the same time, but let's just keep up with what we can see as of this moment. We see one elimination, one team elimination. Got 13 teams left, 39 players left remaining. We're almost on the 20-minute mark. DO is in trouble, however. I'm seeing a lot of their players getting picked out. And actually, yes, that was the reason why they got eliminated completely. Unfortunately, with 0 eliminations. And I believe since we're still having 13 teams right now, that's also 0 placement points. It's fine. We're still in map number 3. They're 30 points, and they're still ranked number 2. I think they're comfortably sitting up. They can still qualify for the grand finals later on. But nonetheless, okay. Got NRS. We got X7 actually. They got picked out just now. We got 12 teams left. We got 35 just now. 35 players who got picked off. It looks like a Boozy actually got confirmed. Orpheus coming in, guns blazing. Unfortunately, they got kicked out of their car, and then now they will be kicked into the lobby. Nice sprays coming in from NRS. A nice job, but Itachi will be going in hot, trying to get that revenge kill in hand. Healing kits. And Mahu, where is Mahu? Mahu needs help. You guys probably should help Mahu really, really quickly. Akazaya is still at 1 elimination. Now 2. You need to catch up in terms of points. It's Hachi, last person standing. It looks like Akazaya might be in trouble in this situation, especially since they'll have a hard time resetting from that engagement that went really, really alright. But here we have OPZ. We got 2 active players. 2 players that need to revive. We got a couple more eliminations, not just for the players, but also for the teams. Playzone takes out Akazaya. At least they denied those elimination points from the other teams. That's one thing that they could be happy about in this situation. But here's EO. Let's see if that grenade's going to be connecting. We got a couple more grenades. They take it back into their pockets. Nitro coming in as backup. Hisham is going to be backing away, and X10 and Icy managed to heal up, but TM7 has numbers advantage. Let's see if we can see some vehicle eliminations on their side. Nitro goes right into the ground. Let's see if Nitro can still be saved. Oh, backing away. Icy is gonna be going right into 6 feet under, and that is it for their team. TM7 swoops in, gets the squad wipeout for OPZ, but still TMT is nearby. DMT full man squad truck to third party this situation. Nitro still needs to heal up, and CEO and Raiji could use a couple of healing kits here and there. DMT definitely not giving them time to breathe. They have the crosshairs in, and it's going to be hard for TM7 to move out of the stage 6 circle, especially if DMT is just waiting for them to move. Raiji is definitely needing to tread carefully. They're 1/3 of their health in. Zero got eliminated off. We're down to 4 teams. We got Lovins, dangerously low on health. We got Fnatic, 3 players standing. DMT, full squad, E2S7, 3 players standing as well. So it could be either Fnatic, DMT, or E2S7 in this situation. Lovins, if Maito pulls a huge miracle, waiting for the three other teams to take each other out and then clutching maybe one versus one or two versus one, then it's definitely possible that Lovings might get the chicken dinner. But as of this situation, the odds are stacked against this guy. Raiji is gonna be the first to fall. There's a grenade coming in. Let's see if it hits. Nope, it goes right into the blue zone. Nitro, however, says goodbye in God as well. So that's it for E2S7. That's the first team to get picked out of these four Fanatics. Still full squad. We got TMT. They could heal up, and that's exactly what's happening. They're healing up, they're resetting, and now it's Fnatic and DMT. Battle of the Giants, a 4 versus 4, and Lovins waiting patiently for them to get picked out. It's a divide and conquer sort of situation in this moment in time. Maito, however, they're not staying passively. You can see Maito actually cooking up a grenade, trying to see if they can maybe steal some kills. But okay, we got what is Fnatic up to? They're definitely trying to take this building for themselves. At least they have the building, but this is a stage 7 circle. Stage 8 circle will be known in a couple of seconds. DMT is running in. They are out in the open, but Fnatic's also busy with trying to take control over that building. Maito is also minding their own business, trying to throw some grenades. DMT is gonna be answering back. They know where Maito is, like generally. No, actually, no, that's way too far. I don't think they know. But Goku gets taken out by the grenade of silence. Okay, Maito. Let's see what this guy's gonna do. They're cooking up a grenade. There's it, fisherman. Okay, they're answering back with grenades as well, but couldn't quite aim that right. Maito, however, nice aim going to fisherman, but couldn't quite confirm that. That elimination point doesn't go to Lovins, however, but in the end, we're down to 2 players. Lovins says goodbye, and that is it. We are gonna see which of these 2 teams will be going with the chicken dinner for this third map. Fnatic still full squad. DMT still needs to heal up, and these 2 teams, I think they ran out of resources from now on because I'm not seeing grenades in the inventory of Fnatic. In fact, they're probably expending a lot of smokes as well. Fear, oh, he probably shouldn't have stood there right under the under the tree rather. And it looks like Fnatic is slowly but surely falling, and yeah, it's probably gonna be taken out by the blue zone, but DMT won't let that happen. They want that elimination point for themselves. So congratulations to DMT. Nice execution. Maybe for Fnatic, I was kind of worried they thought they overthought too much about their positioning, and that just ended up with DMT prioritizing aggression, and that just resulted into their demise. DMT, congratulations once again for getting that winner chicken dinner. That is the third chicken dinner for tonight for our very first Miramar map, in fact. And so with that, we should be seeing the team stats really soon. Really nice survivability for both Fnatic and DMT, by the way. Full squad until the last moments of the game. That is such a feat for these 2 teams. And so that's kind of chilling. We're just gonna be waiting for the team stats. Okay, there we have it. Hunter, 8 eliminations and 956 damage. A very big contender to the MVP of this match. Coming in second is Stencil with 2 eliminations, and so and so fourth. And here we have our match rankings. DMT has 23 total points with the 13 eliminations. Coming in second is Lovins with 14 total points. Number 3 is Team 7 with 11. Fnatic at number 4 with 9, etc. You can see your favorite teams. At least most of the teams have at least 1 point. Unfortunately, Double O has Triple O in their table as of this moment. So we got 2 more chances left for today. We have 2 more chances for our last chance to qualify for the grand finals. So a lot of the teams are actually comfortably sitting up top, maybe qualifying for the grand finals already. And we're gonna see the overall rankings later on, but I think we'll be moving on to the MVP beforehand. And so, well, I'm hoping that a lot of the teams that haven't caught up yet in terms of points will work extra hard in the next two maps. But here's our MVP. It's still Hunter, so no one beats the 8 eliminations that this guy has. And we have 956 damage as well. 0 assists, there 0 headshots. And so congratulations once again to Hunter for a job well done. That is a very fitting name for a player. Congratulations to GMT as well once again. To 22 total points. So now I'm really curious as to how this affects the overall rankings. So I know Lovins is very consistent in terms of racking up points. So they're probably like comfortably up there with 56 total points. And this is just the third map, by the way. This is still the third map. So there's two more chances. That 56 could turn into maybe a 70 later. TMT coming up second, however, with 33. A really nice jump in terms of points. Number 3 is Double O with 30 and RS with 28. And there's a maybe rank number 7. We drop all the way to 18. They did cross the 20-point mark just yet. And so um for page number 2, if a team does really well in the next two games, actually even in just one game, there's a chance that maybe they can catch up to maybe a rank number 5, because as I can see as of this moment, rank number 5, rank number 4, they're still at their 20s. So one really good game could change the fate of some of these teams that are lingering about in the page 2 of the table. And so with that, hopefully we see some improvement, especially for some teams that really need to catch up. And after that, yes, this is the map schedule once again. The next match is gonna be a wrangle. And so we're gonna have two more matches, Erangel, and then match number 5 is gonna be Miramar later on. Last two chances for semifinals. They definitely want to take as much advantage of this situation as possible. So as of this moment, we will be taking a short break before we see match number 4, which is Erangel. So guys, as usual, do not go anywhere. We'll be seeing you soon in a few minutes.
Ooredoo के इम्फासा में तेरे को पेपैल गेट में मिहार बड़ा මුළි දුනියෙන් දිවෙහි රාජ්‍ය උරීදුගේ එම්ෆෑසා මෙදුරිකෝ පේපෑල්ගේ හිතුමේ මිහාරුදු පොඩැන්නවාන් මුළි දුනියෙන් දිවෙහි රාජ්‍ය උරීදුගේ එම්ෆෑසා මෙදුරිකෝ පේපෑල්ගේ හිතුමේ මිහාරු ලිබඩැන්නවන් මුළි දුනියෙන් දිවෙහි රාජ්‍ය උරීදුගේ එම්ෆෑසා මෙදුරිකෝ පේපෑල්ගේ හිතුමේ මිහාරු ලිබඩැන්නවන්
And we are back once again. We are already done with our first three matches, and we are going to be moving on to match number 4 very, very shortly. But before, yes, we will just chill about before that happens. And we can recap just a little bit. I think a lot of the teams are already like comfortably settling into maybe the top 1, top 2, and top 3 of our overall leaderboards. I think we have a general idea as to which of the teams will confidently stepping in to the grand finals in the next days to come. So, okay, guys, once again, this is Ooredoo Nation Gamers Lad Esports Contender Series Season 3. We are already going to start with match number 4 in a minute or so. And so, once again, guys, thank you so much for supporting Ooredoo Nation as usual. And so, do check out our socials, especially since PUBG isn't the only game that we will be having for our contender series. So, for those of you who love PUBG, yep, this is the place to be. But if you're also into MLBB, I think we have a concurrent stream happening after that as well. And so FIFA also, you guys check that out. And of course, we have a lot more seasons for Contender Series. Like in the future as well. But it looks like we'll be starting off. I'm a bit worried for Vendetta. They're all alone in slot number 1. But yeah, nonetheless, we got 19 teams. It's gonna be fine, guys. I think it's just something people are flying about. But yeah, we'll be fine. We'll definitely just be fine. But nonetheless, yes, we'll be taking it in. We'll be dropping off in places. I see a huge cluster of teams, a huge cluster of players on Stalber, and maybe Dio might go for Kameshki instead. And you can see everyone else is dropping off in different places. And yep, I think comfortably TM7 will be going for Severny instead. Rajak, I think might be a hot spot, but Shinky, okay, there's a chance that this might be contested this time around by I forgot which team this is. I can't quite remember which team. They don't have the consistent gamer tags, but Akazaya they have Pachinki for themselves once again. Okay, we have the first circle. Oh, I see another casualty. I see the first casualty rather just now. And so might be a little bit of a mess since MV Wade does have the first elimination for themselves. But TRF might be in trouble in this situation. TRF, or I think this is NTR, if I'm not mistaken. Is it? Yes, NTR is all alone at this situation. I think the assets is a mess, especially since there are 19 teams. It might not be super accurate. There are two people in Zentrix only. I don't know if there's something wrong here, but yeah, well, this is the lobby. And so with that side does take down Thor, and so there's a really nice grenade throw coming about. And so that's it. I think we have 18 teams left. We have one team that got just wiped out just now. And so with that, okay, we have NTR. Yes, I think the assets are like mostly correct. And okay, we can just chill out and just really, really quickly. Kameshki might be contested over here. DO and E2S7 in the same vicinity. Ooh, we have some grenades flying about, however. Okay, DO closing in. Okay. They're just trying to settle in, try to get a really good angle. I like what 6-7 is doing here. They're taking another angle, but Tempo is also having this same idea. Okay, Debu. Oh, is there gonna be a grenade explosion? Still not even splash damage happening. Okay, throwing it in. Okay, gotta be watching out. They're just sidestepping. E2-7, of course, as expected. They'll try to be as, I don't know if I can say, like, playing safe as much as possible. That's usually their game their game style. And that's exactly what's happening as of this moment. DO still full squad, E2S7. They're trying to hide this out. They're not really going on the aggressive. I don't know about the loadouts, however, you can see double. Oh, they still have the Uzi and they have the level 1 helmets and everything. It's gonna be a little bit hard. And I'm not sure how the rest of DO's team is also faring, but they are choosing to go ahead and get very, very aggressive nonetheless. But okay, and we got 17 teams after NTR got wiped out, so I think this should be right. Trying to make their entry. There's a Molotov burning already. Got Cuckoo going down. E2S7's Tipu was going to be finding that knockout for themselves. Coming in. Still no confirmation. Still 66 players. Yibu goes in. Tries this other entry. Connecties nearby. DO, after that initial bombardment of grenades, I think they ran out of resources, I believe. And E2S7 right now, their patience is paying off. But still, just taking a look at what the inventory is like of the players that we can see on our screens, it's not really looking good, especially since we're still 5 minutes into the game. And now, since there's an early game engagement, it might be hard to loot the place out. You can see the guns aren't so fancy just yet. It's not on the meta too much. Yibu using their last grenade. Don't think anyone's there. They were just kind of guessing that there might be someone in the smoke, but at least they have a little bit of information. Okay, looks like Tempo manages to finish off Cuckoo. Ju might be next. Okay, Ju's gonna be in trouble. What is Solid doing here? I think they heard 6-7. Oh, Kaneki. Oh, that's a lot of damage from Kaneki. Solid goes right into the ground, and I think Yibu is gonna be trying in to save their teammate. Tempo, however, finds a 6-7. And E2S7 can still be saved. Soli can still be saved, but DO not looking too hot. Kaneki finally the last person standing, and they get what they deserve after taking down several players for E2S7. Kaneki says goodbye, and that just means 16 teams left with the wipeout of GO in Kameshki. And now E2S7 they can comfortably loot this place out after some resets. He can finally get some really good armor, maybe rotated into maybe Salber if it's not taken already. Salber has some really nice loot, so you should go ahead and get to that place as well. We got 16 teams left, and we're still 6 minutes into the game, so we got about 2 minutes before we're going to see rather the stage 2 circle. Chubby finds Tunub, confirms them as well. Now they got 61 players left remaining. And that's, I think this is the middle of the map. This is where maybe Boatyard, Rojak, etc. is gonna be. If I'm not mistaken, Senny gets picked up by Chubby. Chubby's on fire! Hold up! What is Chubby doing? What did Chubby do? Chubby is taking kill after kill after kill. But here NRS, let's see what they're up to. Lucid did get picked off. I didn't quite catch what happened back there. I think it was when things were like quite a mess and there's a lot of things happening on the kill feed, and well, NRS got sidelined just a little bit out of necessity. We got some, let's go ahead and pump some gas. It's a good thing gas prices are going down, guys. Haha. But yeah, let's watch out for what Lovins is doing after this game, because if I'm not mistaken, that's E2S7's E2STM7's logo. So Lovins has this long range shots going up against them, and I think there's the angle doesn't favor them too much, and now they're just making their moves. OPZ spots X7, and X7 is already on the red, already suffering just a little bit. So why not just finish the job? That's exactly what OPZ Esports is probably thinking, seeing that he's half health on the red. And I don't think Maishan has the leeway. Should we say leeway? I don't think they have the chance to kind of give that save. Okay, he tried to step away, but Nani finishes the job, and they at least confirmed that one elimination for themselves. Oh, Elan's gonna be running into a very low health Reiji, and okay, they're just trying to finish the job. TM7 2 down on their side. Aim God and Reiji both down. NRS, however, they lost out one just now. Criminal and Toxic still up, but Lovin's gonna be closing in. This is a stage 2 circle, so that's like double the pressure. Not too much pressure, but still a lot of pressure. Toxic backing away, 1/3 of their health still in hand. They're gonna be smoking the place up and trying to heal up, buying some time. X10 finds Bisbury for X7. There's a lot of things happening. Surprisingly, it feels like a rondo map, ladies and gentlemen. We have Lovins, we have Soli trying to close in onto the smokes. There's less visibility than usual, so it's gonna be really, really hard at this moment. Criminal goes down right into the ground. Soli, nice shot even through the smokes. But however, speaking of nice shots for X7X, unfortunately will be going on right into the ground. But Lovin still has a chance. They can still heal up. They can still reset. They did a really good job in cleaning the place up. But for now, Elan will be rotating out of the area. I think they can go ahead and save 7X. And that's exactly what happened. They managed to save up 7X. And now, 14 teams left. So there's a lot of players that got picked off already. And now we're going in. Gonna see the next circle. It looks like the bridge to the military base is still within the circle, but I doubt it's gonna be a final circle towards the military base. It could be funny though. It might be like a bridge late game. That would be really, really hard, but I have seen it happen. It does happen sometimes. But here, DMT versus Akazaya possibility. Maybe not. There's only Senzo that I can see on the screens, and I'm not sure what happened here, but Vendetta's Reed got picked off from the play zone. I think trying to deny that elimination point from another team that's nearby. I'm not sure what the situation was back there, but okay, Abruzzi is giving out some shots. I'm not sure at who. I think I can see another team nearby. Okay, we have Akazai near the school. They came from Pachinki. They came from looting Pachinki, and look at their loadouts: 6 grenades, really nice guns, full armor, a decent amount of healing kits. I'm sure they can find some more as they move about, but for this time around, it's very much there's enough to go on the aggression. Maybe 2 engagements, maybe comfortably like 2 engagements. After that, they can just keep looting. But here, FTR, they'll be moving the place out as well. They're going towards the east because that's where the last couple of stages are probably going to be. And it looks like the circle's going to be closing in. Wood farm at the center. There's a lot of water still, maybe like 20% water, 50%, 15% water perhaps. And you can see some teams are actually lingering about on the bridge already, but I'm not seeing anything turning into an engagement yet. I'm just basing this off of the kill feed, but here Fnatic definitely might be brewing something with FTR. Meanwhile, in Force, I think they found one a knockout for themselves. FTR, look at the positioning of FTR. They're having Fanatics surrounded. It's really nice to see because that just divides the attention of Fnatic and just covers a lot of bases without being too much out in the open. But here, okay, we got Chubby picking up a grenade. They should have one good throw, and Chubby takes a bit of splash damage, but Nido's dangerously low on health. Oh, Nido gets caught up by the grenade of Raze instead, and they're gonna be swooping in. Chubby's gonna be swooping in, and that is absolutely fearless. Absolutely fearless actions coming in from Chubby. What a player. But meanwhile, we're looking at 2-for-2 split from both teams. One half of Fnatic's already done and dusted, but here Big Boss and Goku still up nothing. It's throwing everything that they got. Okay, Big Boss, nice throw from nothing back there. Big Boss went straight into the ground. Now FTR knows that they have the numbers advantage. They could potentially come in. Goku and Abruzzi, potentially this is a 1 versus 1 and nothing comes in with the car. That's almost a vehicle elimination, but unfortunately it's gonna be the gun that finishes the job. And a really nice DBS right to the face. Goku goes down, and we are down to 12 teams. Lovin's fraternity, they have 6 eliminations already. What a great job coming in from these teams. But okay, we can just chill out. Let's see if there will be anything popping up in the kill feed, because as of this moment, I'm not seeing much happening. But okay, X7 and OPZ, there's a possibility that this could turn into something, because X7 cannot go more south unless they swim, unless they find a boat. I don't know. They'll have to walk through OPZ, and OPZ knows this. Look at them. They're trying to gatekeep this area. And so these guys are like a kilometer away from the next play zone. They have a minute left to go. And I don't know, OPG is going to be moving out, I guess. So they're not going to be committing to that gatekeep. But we got the grenades bouncing about. And Force, they're sitting comfortably in their compound. Zaula is right on the ground. The rest of the teams spread out towards the tip of this place. I think this is I'm not quite sure what that place was. I think it was near Milta or like some unnamed place. But here, since MV, they're nearby DMT. DMT is in another compound in farm. Okay, Zion has the second floor. Scouting the place, getting information. E2S7 is also nearby. E2S7 needs a lot of points. They did so well in the group stage. They need to catch up. Oh my goodness, speaking of catching up, what just happened? Going up the stairs was not a good idea. Okay, 1 versus 1 iron right in the staircase, but remember there are grenades. Grenades exist, and X8X scope gets the grenade right into the face, and that's just gonna be too hard to try to bounce back, and especially with Ian storming up and finishing the job. In fact, Tempo is actually the one who will be taking that kill for themselves, and now E2S7 they'll be taking that second floor for themselves. Got 12 teams left, 42 players left remaining. I think Xenos might be next, and Force Phoenix finds that knockdown. Question is, will this turn into an elimination? They can't quite finish it off just yet. There's a nice drop. There's a nice airdrop right in your face. What coincidence is this? Look at that Tempo just stealing the place. Nice. We got a lot of supplies coming about. Really quick looting. But here the MT on one side, SC on one side, FTR on one side. These guys are neighbors. Not very friendly neighbors, but they are neighbors nonetheless. Okay. We got a couple seconds left to go before the stage 4 circle. I'm gonna know exactly which teams have to move after this. Okay, we got 3 teams. These 3 teams are actually still inside of stage 4 circle. Oh, we got a bit of damage action. Senzo's throwing in some bullets. And there's Akazaya who's going to stir the pot, like quite literally stir the pot. Okay, DMT is on the edge of the circle, so stage 4 circle, they're good to go. But stage 5 for sure, they'll probably have to move after this. Okay, Lovin's Akuma. They're down onto the ground. LVN nearby. We're gonna be cooking up a grenade. Soli, Maito, each have their own cars. Got the grenade cooking. Nimoa has 7 grenades. So they have a lot of resources to expand. Okay, got a sprays on. Soli. Almost half health. Akazai is nearby. If you're gonna go away from Akuma, you're going to go straight into Akazai, and Akazai is just the worst team to go across because they will not play safe. Akazaya will take those engagements, will take that aggression for themselves as long as they know that they have this in the bag. Elan's very quite low on health. Orpheus giving the chase. Ooh, Orpheus taking a lot of damage, tanking all those bullets in. They have to finish off Lovins. Lovins has way too much glory already. They're smack on top. They got 56 total points plus 3. They got 59 total points from this map already, and so these guys, come on, these guys are already comfortably staying up on top. In fact, rank number 2 is DMT with 33 points. It's crazy. Okay, we got a couple of eliminations that we're seeing. X7 Maishan goes down onto the ground. Black is going to be following up. Nothing gets knocked down by Senso from the side of DNT. Elon gets caught up by Manu. Manu, however, still on the crosshairs. They find Akuma also, but they're looking like different ways. Okay, and Force joining in on the open field. And Akazaya, they did a really good job defending that, although Akazaya did lose 2 players. And I think there's one more down. And oh my goodness, Akazaya lost their lives from that skirmish. And Force, yes, they're a bunch of menaces. And unfortunately, they dragged out Akazaya with them and Enforce. They just went in on the open field, and Akazaya is also in the open field. It's just absolutely insane. These 2 insane teams, and this just ended up with so many casualties. X7 is gonna be following up after this. FTR's nothing. OPZ finding themselves into the lobby. Couple of players getting shot into the lobby. We got 9 teams left. We got 3 players left remaining. We're almost 20 minutes into the game. We got a minute left to go before the stage 5 circle closes in, and you can see this big cluster of teams. They're gonna be forced to move. If they don't move, it's done. Stage 5 blue zone is not a joke. It's gonna be a lot of damage done. Lovins, however, they're already within the circle, safely within the circle. Akuma is also pretty safe. But here, OPZ, they're trying to see if they can get some elimination for themselves. They spot FTR, sure to put them sprays on. I'm not seeing anything turning into a kill, however. Okay, we got Tempo Defined Fisherman from GMT, finishes them off as well. TM7 doing quite well in the situation. TM7, I think it's TS7, but what is happening here? I'm actually kind of confused, but OPZ Nani's gonna be saying goodbye. Nothing stormed in. The perspective kind of skewed, but at least and now it's done and dusted. Zeno also says goodbye. Lovins takes those kills for themselves, but OPZ, they're trying to smoke out nothing, like quite literally. You can see the Molotov there. OPZ knows some information because that was OPZ's teammate back there that nothing took out. Very ballsy move, by the way, but oh, OPZ took a lot of damage back there. What just happened? Okay, run really good grenade throw. OPZ might be done for, and that's probably why they're trying to get out of this situation. FTR doesn't have much throw balls, I think. We have the Molotov burning about with OPZ, so they can't move. FTR just shy of the blue zone. That's actually crazy, and they can't stay there for too long. They only have a minute left to go. OPZ just throwing everything that they got. Icy does have a grenade in hand. We have an elimination. That's since MV, but oh, Ray gets hit by the splash damage. Got nothing still there. They could still revive Rays, but nothing. They're still healing up as well. I think it's possible. Okay, we got like half a minute left to go. Oh, where is that from? Senzi from another angle from DMT. Takes them by surprise. FTR says goodbye. We got 5 teams left. 3 team plays left remaining. Zenzo. They have E2S in their sides. They're going to be throwing that grenade. They have 3 grenades left. They could give it all they got, and that's a really nice throw. Let's see if it gets into anyone. It looks like Solid does go into the ground. They can just throw in the same area and try to finish the job. Okay. Was it doing right? We got Ian, last person standing on E2S7. No, rather, there's 2 people. There should be 2 people still standing on E2S7. They're healing up really, really nicely. And Zenzo, they're running out of resources as well. So they can't keep this up too long. But the stage tick circle doesn't have to worry too much about that because mostly everyone's already in the play zone. But here, they're just exchanging throwables. Oh, right into the face. The smokes definitely did not give them information. But here, you've heard of the wall bag. This is the tree bag, ladies and gentlemen, and it looks like AK will be saying goodbye. We got 4 teams left after that. GMT still Sanjo, last person standing. We have OPZ as we saw. They're still standing, and Steel 7, they're time and time again trying to heal themselves up, and they keep falling, but they also keep standing. This is what I'm talking about. E2S7, they prioritize survivability so much, whether it's going into like early positioning, early rotations, that, or they prioritize keeping themselves alive. That's what they seem to like to prioritize a lot, and it's working out a lot, especially if they're prioritizing placement points. But here it's gonna be a standoff. We have OPZ, Icy, and White. Sounds like my coffee order, but yeah, they are on the corner of where these 3 trees are. They look like they want to go in the aggressive, but they do have the numbers disadvantage. Lovins, however, minding their own business. Okay, until now, Depot does find White from OPZ. That's 1 down, and there should be Icy as well. Icy will try to save their teammate, but inadvertently probably give away information as well. Okay, nice grenade throw from Jibu. White gets finished off. Got 9 players left remaining. OPZ now a single player. GMT and OPZ soloing. This Maito gets caught up by the grenade of E2S7. That leaves 2 active players in Lovins. We got Milan, we got Soli. Oh, we got some sprays on going up against Tibu. But Tibu still stays alive. Soli, 1/3 of their health left. They're backing away. Oh, nice grenade throw. And that is it, ladies and gentlemen. Swooping in at E2S Steel 7. Congratulations to these guys. Still a 4-man squad even at the end. I think this situation actually also happened in their group stage, and that's just the reason why E2S7 comfortably stays like in the group stage. They stayed like at the top part of the overall rankings. But as of this moment, they do need a lot of points, and it's a good thing they're catching up slowly but surely. They should have 25 total points from this map alone. So as I said a while ago, even if you are in page number two, um uh, page number one, mostly a lot of the players, a lot of the teams are still at the 20s. So this should boost E2S Seal 7's ranking a lot more, because I believe they have like a couple of points to start with. They should be sitting at like 30 points or so. And let me just remind you, rank number two I think has 30 points, but here Lovins they had 50-ish points, and now they have 18 total points from this map as well. What are these guys made of? These guys suddenly popping up time and time again. They got 12 eliminations and 6 placement points. And of course, OPZ and Fraternity just have 11 each. DMT has 8, Levin's Akum has 4. The rest of them have like a sprinkle of points here and there. And of course, after this map, it's actually going to be their last chance in Miramar. It's going to be the last match. It's going to be in match number 5, so they have to work extra hard. But here is our MVP. It's going to be Seal 7's Tempo with 4 eliminations, but 856 damage and 5 assists. As you can see, Tempo time and time again shows up on kill feed, knocking players left and right. And so that's just no question whatsoever as to why Tempo is showing up on your screens as the MVP with a decent amount of damage. 856, so close to 1,000, and 1,000 in one map is already such a feat. And so here are the overall rankings. I don't know what Lovins is doing. This is way overkill, guys. This is overkill. I'm not even joking. They have 74 total points. DMT has 41. E2S CL7 boost themselves up from page number 2 all the way to rank number 3. This is what I'm talking about. They got 32 total points. One good game, and that's what they all needed. And so this is today's matches. We got different teams getting chicken dinners, getting their banners placed up against the maps. But match number 5 is Miramar. It's gonna be their last chance. It's gonna be their last chance on their last chance to qualify for the grand finals. So for the teams in page number 2, you guys know, you guys saw E2S7, they changed their fate. One good game and they are comfortably sitting and qualifying for the finals already. So they have to work extra hard to make Miramar happen, because rank number 2, rank number 3 is still within like the 30s. And so with a really good, a decent game, they could potentially change their fate from a page number 2 team to page number 1, maybe qualifying even to the grand final. So before that happens, before the final match of our semifinals happens, we will take a short break. So guys, do not go anywhere. We'll see you soon in a few minutes.
මුළි දුනියෙන් දිවෙහි රාජ්‍ය උරීදුගේ එම්ෆෑසා මෙදුරිකෝ පේපෑල්ගේ හිතුමේ මිහාරුගේ බොඩැන්නුවන් මුළි දුනියෙන් දිවෙහි රාජ්‍ය උරීදුගේ එම්ෆෑසා මෙදුරිකෝ පේපෑල්ගේ හිතුමේ මිහාරුගේ බොඩැන්නුවන් මුළි දුනියෙන් දිවෙහි රාජ්‍ය උරීදුගේ එම්ෆෑසා මෙදුරිකෝ පේපෑල්ගේ හිතුමේ මිහාරුගේ බොඩැන්නුවන් දුනියෙන් දිවෙහි රාජ්‍ය. උරීදුගේ එම්ෆෑසා මෙදුරිකෝ පේපෑල්ගේ හිතුමේ මිහාරු ගොඩැන්නවන්.
And this is our final leg for the semifinals of Ooredoo Nation Gamers Land Esports Contender Series Season 3 PUBG. And so I'm pretty sure, I'm so sure that Lovins already has their ticket to the grand finals. But now it's all the question that is whether or not which teams are going to be qualified alongside of everyone else is already qualifying. So we're gonna be determining which teams are gonna be moving forward in this final map, and it looks like it's actually a similar flight path to what we saw before. I think like just a little bit too skewed towards the southern part. So maybe Monte Nuevo, Chumacero, they're accessible. I don't know if people want to go to Los Leones. Personally, I don't really like Los Leones too much. Okay, we got a few teams trying to go for El Pozo, and we have Power Grid nearby. We got Minas de Valle, Valle de Mars also nearby, and so everything they can just go ahead and loot the place up comfortably. And well, there's a lot of good loot to come about. Maybe towards the northeastern part there could be some really nice loot, but this will do. This will be just fine. This will do just fine. So everyone settles in, and the circle, sadly, it's very comfortably in the center of the map. There's all like water. As far as I can see, I don't see even any water except for the water tree, of course. But a hunter is already at it. I can see knife kills from Wade. What is happening here? It's there's two teams that landed in the same area. That's gonna be, if I'm not mistaken, DMT and maybe SC as well. They landed in the same area, and there was some knife action already. In fact, DMT already lost one player, and Hunter took a bit of damage back there. Where is that coming from? SC is quite nearby, and they're already having a long range gun. It's absolutely insane. And you have to be very careful with your ammo. You can see Hunter has, what, 25 ammo? So they have to literally use their trigger discipline in this situation. But there we have it. Senzo, yes, they already got eliminated off. We got 18 teams, and NTR went in with a solo player. And so I think we're like gonna say NTR, yeah, it's not looking good for them. And AMXN is just chilling here, kind of like, what would be funny if this guy like just went haywire, jumped into the buildings, barged in, and just shot at Akazaya or Enforce Esports in Mikado. That would be pretty fun to watch. But okay, Enforcers taking their place. Akazai is nearby. I'm just looking at the loadouts. I don't think Enforce Esports, especially 8X Cup, they can't have the luxury to go too aggressively. The Uzi definitely cannot give any long ranged kills. I mean, you could try, but I don't think it's very viable. And their other gun got 30 ammo. I don't think it's possible. But Itachi, nice grenade action happening. Got the one elimination that they need. Okay. Enforce is still on the side of Picado. And everyone's quite low in resources except for Orpheus for some reason. This guy has so much ammo so early on. No grenades, however. But Itachi has a lot of grenades. It should be like the second or the third grenade. Oh, 1752 took a lot of damage back there, and they're backing away. And they could heal up if they do have healing items. It might be hard. Oh, NTR got picked off. Okay, I wonder who took that elimination for them. So I think it might have been Akazaya, if I'm not mistaken. But yes, Tachi hiding. Got Phoenix. Their loadouts definitely like worry me a lot. I don't know if the bow and arrow can do the job. I think the SMG could possibly, maybe from this distance. I'm not too sure. They have no choice, however, they have to try. Okay, Silent finds a Vinci from SC. Fisherman finishes them off, but the revenge kill takes Silent away as well. Hunter and Fisherman, two players from DMT left. Fisherman's gonna be cooking up a grenade, throwing in. What was that, dude? What? I'm so stressed out. Fishermen almost took themselves out. Goodness me. Okay, it's a good thing Fisherman's still alive, but as you can see, there is zero healing items. Okay, one last chance. Let's see if Fisherman can connect any of this. Okay. Looks like Sai is dangerously low on health. I don't know if this guy has any healing items, but Fisherman definitely doesn't. Okay, Hunter is nearby. It's very low on ammo, however, so they can't have a lot of freedom at this situation. Since MV, however, yes, they already lost Vinte. Sai is slowly healing up. I think they have a couple of bandages that could help out, or maybe a healing kit because it's going by really, really fast. Okay, got Zeron, get taken out by Bisbury with an Uzi from X7, and Jelly gets finished off by Heezy, SMG in hand. Wade, they do have the lower ground, but DMT doesn't have a lot of resources, however. If this were in the late game, this would have been an easy work, but unfortunately DMT, they don't have a lot of freedom. Hunter jumps in, I think they found a healing item, and so now they're going on the aggressive, but I'm really worried about the ammo back here. Molotov closing in. Hunter, half health, less than half health. In fact, oh, that grenade's gonna be at the end of this guy if ever it connects. Doesn't seem to be the case. Manages to get away just in time. Chumasera, still SC and DMT going up against each other. Okay, they're still at odds at each other. Finally, we're seeing a first casualty. Wade is gonna be going on right into the ground, and it's a side that's gonna be following up Zion themselves. That's gonna be a 2 versus 1. The MT is down to the last two players, and now it's a 1 versus 2. Fisherman hiding right behind this wall. Wade gets finished off by Fisherman completely, and now Zion is just. I think the moment is here where they have to basically just try to hide a place out. Oh, okay, we're giving audio cues. Okay, we're trying to draw people out. Hunter jumps in. Okay, I think this is possible to take them by surprise. If it's a divide conquer sort of thing. Zion did give a clue with the audio cues, but there is also a window right behind Zion. You have to watch your back. Hunter's there. Oh, from another distance. Hunter, nice. Wallbang coming in from this guy, and that is it. We have 15 teams left since MV will be saying goodbye, unfortunately, finishing at 11th place. I don't think this is going to be qualifying for the grand finals, especially since there's a lot of teams that could still move the rank. That rank is gonna go down probably. There's most likely more than not. Okay, nothing finds criminal from NRS. Let's watch out for Akazaya and Enforce right now. We're going back to Picado. After all this time, since MVMDMT did dirty against each other, and still Akazaya and Enforce, I don't think they have resources to go completely haywire. But here, nothing does find criminal. Oh, I spoke to Schoon. Aku goes down, and Akazaya going straight up, trying to finish the job. They know they have the numbers advantage. Oh, okay, ATAC Scope gets caught up by Itachi. Nice. Going through the window, and that's just the punishment coming in from Akazai is absolutely insane. But okay, Orpheus going on to the aggressive. They're just watching out for the staircase just in case they're getting camped out. But over here, yes, they're making it. They're playing it really safe. Orpheus has a little bit of information. They can go right up. But okay, just for now, we're gonna be healing up Mahu really, really quickly. Aku's joining in onto the ground. Plays on takes Lucid. We're still stage 2. I guess it's an AFK situation. I'm not quite sure what happened back there, but Lovins is also joining in to the fray. Okay, we got some shots coming in. Solely. Right, and Bag try to see if they can get an angle it, but the Tachi gets taken out by Lovins, and Lovins, they have way too many points already, but they're still trying to like either deny or try to just be a menace in this final map. But there's absolutely no question whatsoever. Lovins will be qualified for the grand finals. Even if DMT gets like 33 total points, they'll still tie with Lovins, and Lovins is still at rank number 4. But well, that if DMT gets 34 points, that changes things. Maybe 35 points since Lovins is still racking up points for some reason. But yeah, via Demar, we had E2S7 and DO settling into the place, and they have to keep moving. They have a minute left to go before the stage 2 circle closes in. Oh, NRS is in trouble. FTR managed to wipe the floor clean of these guys. X7 might be next. Fnatic Goku finds Yami. We got 14 teams. We got 50 players left. So we're down about maybe 20-ish players, depending on how many players started out. But I think it's less than 20. Here, X7 might be in trouble. Oh, easy. Goes right into the ground. Stood just on the wrong corner of the map. Isbury, I think they can go ahead and save the players. Nope, Hazy actually go see the lobby. Have an early good night sleep, and Goku says good night, Maishin too. And now there should be Yami. Yami's nearby. Last person standing. Oh my goodness, Goku's also nearby. Fear finishes off Maishan just to be safe, and Fnatic has Yami surrounded. And Big Boss goes right into the ground. Okay, we might clutch this. Second, 1 versus 2. Okay, need 1 versus 1 needle. Oh, that's a third going down. That's a clutch. Fear. There's one person left. Half health. Okay. Oh my goodness. 4 ammo. Okay, that's 8 ammo on the DPS. Oh my god. What was that clutch? 4 versus 1 clutch. X7 Yami. What just happened? What just happened? What just what? That is showing up in his highlights for real. No, that was crazy work, Yami. I bet this guy is laughing right now with their teammates. I'm still stumped. No way did they pull off that 4 versus 1. That's pure aura. No, that's absolutely insane. No way. I'm still in shock. I'm not even joking. That was crazy. That was crazy work. Oh my goodness, Fnatic. I'm so sorry. But X7 won that one. Yami won that one. That was crazy. Okay. Let's focus on the game. Because it looks like DMT is going up against Tashi also. DMT, we're watching out. There are two as of this moment. Fisherman's getting bombarded right now. Oh, gets launched out of the car. Zala gets that into the bag. NGB trying to see if they can get Fisherman to get finished up. But Hunter is over here. They could save. Nope, it's definitely not happening. Zola all the way from there with an SMG. That's actually pretty crazy. But okay, NGP is not safe from Hunter, and Hunter's definitely trying to hunt them down. Last person standing, but they're definitely trying to get as much points as possible from this situation. And well, there we have it. Hunter's gonna be backing away. They know that they have the numbers disadvantage. One last chance. There's no more teammates that could revive them if they make a mistake, so they have to tread very, very carefully. We got 13 teams left, and we're just gonna be chilling as of this moment. NGB, yes, they're pretty much just kind of surrounding the area. They know Hunter's out there, but they're not really committing to this. I don't think they have the information that Hunter's all alone. Okay, we got the next circle coming about. It's gonna be, I mean, a little bit near power grid and a lot of this. You call this a trench? I think it's a trench. It looks like a trench. And yeah, there's a lot of open fields, a couple of buildings sprinkled all about. And so it's still stage 3, so people aren't too worried about quickly following the blue zone. But okay, we're watching TM7. We have E2S7. They're both under E2S, so I think they're bros or so probably just know each other. But okay. From Hunter's position, they're 800 meters away from the next stage of the circle. They have half a minute left to go before the blue zone closes in. And it looks like Aku does fall down from the hands of Phoenix. And Aku gets finished off as well. Okay. It looks like Akazaya is down to 2 last players. Now let's kind of like check out what the rest of them are up to. Hunter's just rotating, minding their own business, following the road. And well, we're gonna be restricting the play zone. Orpheus finds a 7x from Lovin. Team 7, still 0 elimination. They have to catch up in terms of points, but they do find maturity from a distance. Chubby, quite low on health now from all the sprays. Come on, dude. Nitro, you have a lot of ammo. You can do this. You can do this. Let's see that car get taken out, but it looks like it's just way too far. Chubby managed even to heal up in that time. Okay, we got Akazaya got picked off by Lovins, just as we're watching Team 7. But yeah, there's several things happening at the same time. Okay, we got Team 7's Reiji just finally found Chubby. Nothing. I like this vantage point, but might be in trouble since Reiji and Hunter are also nearby. Okay, we got Zhao and Zala both down on the side of NGB. They're losing players way too fast, and so NGB should be one last person standing. Question is, where is this guy? Where is NGB now? Because it looks like they're in trouble, but Reiji does find Chubby and completely finishes them off. So Fraternity should be lacking a couple of players from this time around. Fraternity just sitting on rank number 9, so I'm a little bit nervous for this positioning. But okay, we got Nitro. Sprays on, and Bruzy goes right into the ground. There's a possibility that Xenos might steal that kill, but Xenos took a lot of damage back there as well. Okay, we got Xenos actually took that kill. And so, well, I respect that, but still, oh my goodness, CM7 is gonna be so angry from that situation. CEO made a U-turn. I think they were just there to try to get information, trying to see if there was anyone else alongside the rest of NGB. But okay. There's FDR nothing towards the northern part of this situation. Okay. And then we have Vendetta, Senny trying to join in. E2S7 coming in. 4 versus 4 in Montenuevo. 8x Pope goes down by the hands of Bisbury from X7. Ooh, gets finished off as well. And Enforce actually gets eliminated off completely back there. Now we're down to 11 teams. It is going quite fast. So we're 17 minutes into the game, and things will go by really, really fast, especially with 31 players and the stage 4 circle. Maybe stage 5 possibly in a minute or so. Okay, we got the crosshairs in. Senny just checking E2S7 very, very patiently. I want to see if there's any stray heads popping out of the window, any curious heads popping out, and the punishment will come by really, really quickly. Oh, Yami, come on. This guy is aura farming. I will never forget what you have done a while ago with the 4 versus 1. I will never forget that. That thing is engraved in my head. I've seen my share of tournaments. I've never seen something like that. Seen something as crazy as what I saw Yami did just a while ago. It's absolutely insane. But okay. We have Vendetta. They're trying to rotate out of the area now that the stage 4 circle is closing in. There's some motorcycles really noisy here. But here, Rito finally gets taken up. Is solid back there, but nothing. Finally finds Xenos, the last person standing from MGB. Managed to hold their ground, and unfortunately, they won't be getting any placement points this time around. But they did steal a couple of elimination points, which I absolutely like. I agree with. Can you just stay alive and try to steal kills from the teams that are still like quite alive. But here, Vendetta, they have the grenades cooking. This should be the last grenade. See if it hits solid. Nope, it's not gonna be enough. Molotov, however, burning into the ground, giving a lot of pressure onto E2S7. By the way, there's still TM7 nearby, and Bisbury is still nearby as well. There's a possibility that they'll go ahead and get the third party situation that we're going to be waiting on. But we're almost 20 minutes into the game. We still have 26 players to worry about. In fact, there's all actually quite a lot of solo players. We have DMT, we have FGR, we got X7, all of them single players. We got Lovins as a duo. We've got a couple of triples, and of course we do have full squads as well. CL7, in fact, always somehow keeping themselves all alive all throughout to mid-late game. It's absolutely insane. Okay, speaking of E2S7, let's see what they're up to. Vedetta's gonna close in. And Solid's just sidestepping. Senny goes down. Okay, to finish them off as well. Oh, Killua also goes down. And that is it for Vendetta. They get wiped out by E2S7. And E2S7 manages to keep themselves alive. They got the 2 eliminations and all 4 players still standing. But Lovins, Lovins is gonna love it. They're gonna be rotating in. I think they're gonna be leaving E2S7 alone from this point onward. They have OPZ in their sights though. Got Lovin's Journey in this precarious spot. I'm not really a big fan of where nothing is. This is stage 5 of the circle. You can't stay here, dude. You cannot stay here. I think this guy is gonna see the end. They're gonna try to go for a healing game from this point onward. But here, OPZ Sports. Got E2S7. Reiji gets taken out by the play zone. That's a knockout. I think that's gonna be a finisher also if they don't get out of this area. Nitro is holding on to dear life as well. Tempo hiding onto the ground, going prone. Nitro's dangerously low on health. He managed to heal up just in time. So he really does get taken out by the play zone. FTR gets eliminated off. X10. OPZ finds one knockout. In fact, he goes right into the ground. Solid follows up, but Hyan is still alive and could still help their teammates. And E2S7, their specialty is keeping all 4 alive, and I'm not gonna be surprised if they bounce back from this. Honestly, E2S7 track record for keeping themselves alive, getting those placement points, even getting those chicken dinners as well. But here, Hunter does find a Drew from DO. DO had been really quiet. I think it's because I don't know if they didn't run into anyone or they just didn't try to engage in battles. But here, Kaneki is getting shot at. Hunter is nearby, and they're very ballsy back there, very out in the open. Kaneki punishes them for that. They take that 1 elimination for themselves. Now we're down to 4 teams. Solid gets taken out by the play zone. Ian follows up. X10 takes that knockdown for themselves. Solid gets taken out. Ian's gonna be following up next. Question is for the last 2 people from Seal 7. And Seal 7, they have 1 down. Debu's gonna go onto the ground. DO, however, 2 active players. OPZ has 3. Akuma has all 4. Question is, where is Akuma? They've been silent this whole time, and now they have the numbers advantage, and now they have a huge chance, 42% chance, in fact, of getting this chicken dinner. And now all that's left to do is keep on watching, keep on waiting, keep on hoping that these teams, they're gonna be bouncing back. Hold on, OPZ, it was a whole 4-man squad this whole time. Okay, it's Akuma versus OPZ, 4 versus 4. They both have a chance of getting that chicken dinner after all. Seal 7 down to the 1 last player. DO, I'm not sure where the last player is, but rather the 1 player that got knocked down. AK getting bombarded. X10 trying to give those sprays. The T-Fit connects. Debu finally gets finished off by IC. Now that just leaves 3 last teams after Seal 7 gets finished off. We got Dio, a duo. Akuma and OPZ each have 4 players. Akuma keeps bouncing back despite getting knocked down several times. OPZ is very relentless, however. We have some Molotov action. Drew's going to be going on right to the ground. OPZ X10 is going to be taken out by AKs. Akuma's unknown. Ju follows up. Oh my goodness. Ash is going right into the ground. This play zone is going to be finishing this guy off. It's not looking good for Akuma, but still they have bounced back from situations like this time and time again. But question is, will they bounce back from this one? Play zone takes down Ash. We got two people from OPZ. Akuma has two active players as well. I don't know if they'll go ahead and try to revive the last player, but here Sage 8 Circle is gonna give them about half a minute left to go before they close in. And that stage acer is not a joke. I'm looking at OPZ's actually everyone else's inventory. So there's 0 grenades. So this might be a little bit hard to kind of maneuver around. Okay, let's just see what Banu does. You know OPZ is there, and OPZ's hiding in the corner. They don't want to get caught up, but still, there we have it. We have a lot of pressure going about against Akuma, but no, it's gonna be joining in, using their car to get another angle, trying to get this crate in the bag, maybe hoping for some grenades, but I think they didn't find any. Nani took a bit of damage back there, and Unknown getting damage back. Nani goes right into the ground, and that is it. Lovin's Akuma gets the winner with a chicken dinner for this final map, for this semifinals. Congratulations to Lovin's Akuma. Really nice survivability alongside OPZ. And then in the end, it was just a battle of which of these two teams, masters of survivability, are going to stay alive until the end and get those placement points. We could only have one winner, and it's actually Lovin's Akuma. We have the team stats: 2 eliminations for Nanu, Unknown, and Banu, and Ash has 1. But all of them have decent amount of damage done. In fact, we got 3 with a 200. Banu has 481, however. Wow, with the 22 damage received, only 22. Really nice ratio that we can see. Unknown has 17 damage received, so really good team stats coming in from Lovin's Akuma. This should look like a 19-point game for Lovin's Akuma, and depending on how they did already in the overall rankings, I think we can see there's a chance that they probably boosted themselves quite a lot after this. I mean, 19 points is absolutely no joke. I think there are some teams that don't even have 19 points after 5 maps. So after that, yes, we should be seeing the match rankings. Okay, we have 17. I'm so sorry. I think I'm really bad at math. Yep, it's 17 total points. That was 7 eliminations. Lovin's Akuma has 17 total points. We got OPZ with 14. We have X7 with 11. We have DMT with 9. Seal 7 has 8. Fraternity has 8. We got Double Esports with 7. Lovin's has 5. CM7 has 4, Akazai has 3, NGB, Fnatic, and Since MV each have 2, and Force and NRS has 1, Vendetta and 0. Unfortunately, they couldn't bounce back from this situation, but I believe there was one team that came in with just one player as well, so that's probably one thing that's, one thing that changed up as well. Here's our MVP. It's going to be Yappy. From X7, no doubt whatsoever. That was crazy. If you guys saw exactly where these 4 eliminations happened, you guys are legends. You guys witnessed absolute aura farming from this guy. They got 713 damage, 2 assists, and 0 headshots. Congratulations once again from Yami from X7. That was crazy work. That was absolutely crazy work. Amazing sidestepping, amazing aim, amazing performance under pressure. I aspire to be like this guy. It's just, I don't know. This guy is insane. But congratulations once again. Here's our overall rankings, and looks like Lovin's, no question whatsoever, 79 points, almost 80 points. DMT coming in second. We have E2S Seal 7 with 40 points. OPZ Esports rather, tying with 40 points as well. We have Double O Esports, we have NRS, Lovin's Fraternity Esports, Fnatic, and Akazai. Unfortunately, for page number 2, we have Akuma, TM7, X7, Since MV Esports, and Force Esports, NGB Esports, NRS Centrix, NRS Zeron, and Vendetta. Thank you so much for the teams for participating, but those who could not quite qualify for the grand finals, hopefully we'll see you in the next tournaments, especially since there's so many tournaments here in Orido Nation, and I believe they're also campaigning for you guys to join official tournaments of PUBG as well. So guys, if you have the chance, go ahead and join a lot of the screams. And thank you so much for joining Orido. Those who qualified for the grand finals, we'll be seeing you in the next days. In the next 3 days, we'll have so much fun going up against the best teams in Maldives. But for tonight, we are done and dusted with all 5 matches, and we have Akumo taking that very last winner chicken dinner for tonight. And yes, but for now, we are gonna have to end this stream. Thank you so much for tuning in as usual. And this is once again the semifinals of the PUBG Ooredoo Nation Gamersland Esports Contender Series Season 3. So guys, we'll be seeing you same time tomorrow. And hold on, we're gonna be looking at which teams are gonna be moving forward to the grand finals. And we'll be posting this on Instagram as well, but I'm just gonna say the teams that will be moving on to the grand finals. Number 1 is gonna be LF Skyforce. Number 2 is Team NOS. Number 3 is Game Over Esports. Number 4 is NRS LHC. Number 5 is OPEX. Number 6, LNN Leons. Number 7, KH Esports. Number 8, LNN Syndicate. Number 9, SDMZ Esports. Number 10, LF Lovins. Number 11, DCM GMT. Number 12, E2S Seal 7. Number 3, OPZ Esports. Number 14, Double O Esports. Number 15, LNN NRS. And number 16, Lovins Fraternity Esports. Congratulations to the 16 teams that will be moving forward to our grand finals. I will see you guys tomorrow night at around the same time. So guys, for now, thank you so much, and we'll be seeing you in the next stream. But for now, good night.